Welcome, everyone. This is your friend, the DN What If, here with another exciting fanfiction. Today, we're diving into the story of What If Deku Became the Sword Hero? If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fanfiction content just like this. Now, let's get started with the fanfic. Third person's POV. Wah, All Might is amazing, he defeated 18 villains in no time, yelled a 4-year boy. Of course Aizu-chan, it's All Might after all. He's not the #1 hero for nothing, a blonde-haired girl said. You're right, Kaken, when I grow up I want to be a hero like him. I can't wait to get my quirk. Izuku said excited. But Kaken already got her quirk even though I am older than you. It's because I'm better than you, Katsumi said proudly. What, that's not true, Izuku cried. See, you are a crybaby. You can never be a hero with this personality. Kaken is mean. Arg, come on, we're going home. Our moms will be worried. Few months later. Izuku will soon be 5 years old and he still don't has a quirk. It's not normal a child should have their quirk at the age of. Is he a late bloomer? I will take to a quirk doctor, thought Inko, Izuku's mother. 1 week later at the doctor's office. I wonder what quirk I get. I hope it's as powerful as All Might's. Izuku giggled and plays with his All Might toy. I'm sorry, kid. But this won't happen, said the doctor. Izuku said as he dropped the toy. Midoriya has a toe joint which only quirkless people have. Izuku is quirkless, the doctor explained. In the evening, Izuku watched the same video of All Might that he has seen with Katsumi over and over again. Momi, can I still be a hero? Izuku cried. I'm sorry, Izuku, I'm sorry. Inko cried and hugged him. 10 years later. Izuku's POV. This past years has been hell to me. My once childhood friend, Kaken, has bullied me since the day I was told quirkless. But I didn't give up. I trained hard to become stronger. I also started to take notes on every hero that I met. Noted their quirks, weakness, strength, etc. Midoriya, what are you daydreaming about? Pay attention to class even if you are the most intelligent here, the teacher interrupted. Then the bell rang. Everyone in class started to leave the classroom beside Kaken, some of her so-called friends and me. Kaken walked towards me and grabbed my notebook. What is this piece of sheet? My future's plans to be a hero? Ha, don't make me laugh. A shitty Deku like you could never be a hero. Stop dreaming. She blew up my notebook with her explosion quirk and threw it out of the window. Ian brat, mature a little bit, she said, quitting the classroom with her friends. At his way home, Kaken has changed, of course. She was always rude, but this is something else. She even started to call me Deku, meaning useless, but I will show her and everyone in this world that even a quirkless boy like me can be a hero. I stopped when I realized that I had already passed my house. How did I come here? Where am I? I never saw this place in my village. Then I turned around and saw a dark alley. I don't know why, but my intuition told me I should enter there. So did I. It is dark, but when I enter I see a black, dirty but badass-looking katana, a Japanese sword. It's very sharp and thin, on the ground. What is it doing here? Did someone lost it? I thought when I heard a mysterious voice. Huh? Who's there? So you can hear me. I'm down here at your feet. I think I start to imagine things. There is no way a sword could speak. Kaso means kid. It's me, it's the katana. A little moment of pause. No way. Kaso, you're too loud, shut it. I will explain if you let me. Sorry Dada, so how can you speak? Do weapons have quirks? Or are you human who got hit by a quirk? I muttered. Kaso, what did I say? Shut up. So no, I didn't get hit by a quirk, and no, I don't have a quirk. I am the only of my kind, and the one who created me is no other than Satan. I was originally his sword, but because of a war that happened between the demons and the angels, I got transported to another world that I don't know why, but it was because of me that quirks exist in this world. I waited this moment since 200 years and no one beside you could understand me. And I can sense the same demoniac power inside of you as Satan's. Are you the Satan of this world or something? What? No, of course not. I want to help people, not to kill them. I want to be a hero. Oi, it don't means that you will do bad things with it. You will help a lot of peoples, but you will also kill a lot. Oh, but why are you telling me this? It's simple, I want you to be my new partner. So you want me to fight by your side as a partner, but why me? Tish, as I said, you are the only one besides Satan who can understand me, and you have those sleeping power inside of you. I want to help to accomplish your dreams. Do you accept? I accept to be your partner, but I am not strong, so, Shut it, stop. You are not as weak as you think you are. In fact, once you will be able to use that power, no one could stop you. It really flatters me, but quit that bullshit. By the way, my name is Midoriyadeku. It's nice to meet you. Ibu means partner. My name is Greed. The pleasure is mine, Kaso. Hey, chapter 1 is done. I hope it wasn't too weird. Personally, I think this story is a piece of shit. Chapter 2. Izuku POV. Oi, how long must I lie on the ground? Sorry, I didn't pay attention, L said as I lifted him up. Bwag, you are heavy. Ooh, you look frail, but you can still lift me. Not bad. I think we have less training to do. How you want to train me? Of course, Kaso. I will help you to release that power inside of you. I don't look like it, but I am a great teacher. I think. Time skip. At home. Mom, I'm home, I yelled. Okay, she yelled back. I ran to my bedroom and threw myself on my bed. So when are we starting training? We will start tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Do you know any good place to train? Fritas. Yeah, I know a very good place where no one will interrupt us. All right, bring me there tomorrow. Okay, now we will do a contract so that you can use my full potential, but I warn you, if we are too far away from each other you will be in pain. I see, but how do I do the contract? It's simple, I only need you to give me some of your blood. For this, let only a few blood drops fall on me and repeat what I say. I nodded and did what he wanted. A black and red circle appears on the ground and I saw a black tattoo that looks like a dragon growing and moving on my chest and back. Then the circle disappeared. What was that? I said in shock and confusion. This happens when someone makes a contract with me. The proof is that dragon on your chest. That tattoo will disappear as soon as we break the contract. I see, but it looks cool. I know, said Greed proudly. After this I was so tired that I didn't even realize that I fell asleep. Next morning, when I woke up it was 5 a.m. I stood up and started to get ready for the training with Greed. I put on a short and a top. Then I went to the kitchen to cook me breakfast. After breakfast I took Greed and went to an abandoned beach. It was once a appealing beach, but commoners illegally dropped trash there. Oh, this is a perfect place for training. Good job. Now take your shirt off. I want to see how far you trained your body. Okay, said I and took my shirt off. Wow, you are way more muscular than I thought. Greed, may I ask you a question? Yes, what is it, Kaso? How can you see? I don't want to sound rude, but you're a sword and you don't have eyes. It's easy, I sense any natural ki around, that's why I can see, hear, smell and touch. Greed, what's ki exactly? I wanted to teach it to you when you were ready, but it doesn't matter anymore. So every human being has an ki, but it's mostly weak and difficult to control. Only 0.0000025%, basically 175.000, can fully control it. The more powerful it is, the more difficult it is to control it. There are 3 sorts of ki. Kansoku, observation. It allows to the user to sense anything and read the opponent's movement. If you control it perfectly, you could even read a few seconds in the future. Ashijuru, power up. It allows the user to boost up their capacities, like speed, power, defense. It's also the most dangerous ki to use. If you make the wrong move, you could lose control of your consciousness and probably even die. Samurai ki, king's ki. It is the rarest ki. Only 0.000000001% of the population has it. Even I don't have it. Like the name says, it only the most powerful humans have it. I don't know what it can do because of its rarity, but I do know that it's the most powerful of the 3 ki. So do you have any questions? No, I think I understood everything. Good, even if you are muscular, I want you to clean the entire beach to get you even more muscles. Understood? Yes. Then I started to clean the beach. For a month later. After 1 month I finally finished cleaning the beach. Greed then started to teach me how to properly use a sword. Greed was surprised that I learned so fast. After 3 months I could use the sword like a pro. Time skip at school. Like always in class I looked out of the window. Then I heard my teacher yell at something. I will distribute some papers. I want you to write down the school where you want to attribute, but I'm pretty sure you all want to be heroes. Everyone in class used their quirks beside Kaken and me. Don't compare me to those extras. That I will be the first student in this school that will enter in you, Kaken yelled. What A, as expected of Bakugo, one student said. A is the best hero school in Japan with an acceptance rate of 2%, right? I'm sure that Katsumi will be accepted. With her quirk she could raise herself as one of the top 10 heroes. Of course I will be the no. And who gave you the right to use my first name? Kaken yelled. Midoriya also want to go to Yuta, the teacher said. One moment of silence and everyone in class started laughing. What do you think a quirkless Deku like you could do? Uchiha, don't stay in my way, only elites are accepted. Like me, that you will get killed by the first fly that will hit you, Kaken shouted. They never said quirkless people won't get accepted, I said. What did you say dash? Enough now, Bakugo go asai at your desk, the teacher yelled. After class, on the way to go home. Third person's POV. I will prove to Kaken that she is wrong, that I will go to Yuta and be a hero like All Might. Izuku said, not noticing the slime villain who appeared behind him. Oh, a kid. Izuku turned around and saw the villain, but before he could run the villain grabbed him. I will only take possession of your body, don't worry, it will only hurt for a while. You know you are my hero, he won't recognize me if I take your appearance. The villain wanted to stuck some slime in Izuku's mouth, but Izuku took off his backpack, took Greed out and sliced the villain in two. He took a water bottle and stuck the villain inside. Yash, that should make it, but Greed, I didn't know you could even slice slime. Who do you think I am? Of course I can. There are many things that I don't know about you. Don't worry, why? Because I am her. Oh, where is that villain, and are you all right, kid? All Might? OMG, I'm dreaming, right? I can't believe it. Can I have an autograph, please? Izuku fanboyed with stars in his eyes. Yes, my boy, but could you first answer my question? I don't have enough time anymore. Yes, I am all right, and that villain, is it probably this one? Izuku asked and showed All Might the bottle. Oi kid, did you defeat that villain? Ye dash dot. Sheet, I'm out of time. All Might, what do you mean with this? Shit, did I just said that out loud, thought All Might. It's nothing, but I really must go now, a hero can never relax. All Might panicked as a strange gas left All Might's body. Wait, you forgot the bottle. Cough cough cough. A frail body starts to appear before Izuku. What, who are you? I am All Might, he said and lifted his shirt revealing an awful injury. Promise me you won't tell this on the news or something. 5 years ago I fought a villain and got badly injured, that I lost one of my lungs and a piece of my stomach. This is my real appearance, he explained. I see, but are you all right? This injury looks bad? What, that kid, he didn't even ask one question about me. Instead he asked if I am all right. That kid would be a good hero one day. All Might thought. No, not really, I can only be in my muscle form for 3 hours now, and I'm sorry, but I must really go now. I'm counting on you that you won't tell anyone about this, All Might said. Don't worry, I will keep your secret. You are the symbol of peace. If everyone knows about your real appearance, they wouldn't support you anymore and the number of villains would increase. Izuku said while smiling. That kid, All Might thought while jumping away with a big smile on his lips. 6 months after my meeting with All Might. Izuku's POV. After my meeting with All Might, Greed trained me to release my ki.it. Took me 3 months to release my ki and the other 3 to control it. It was like hell. In 1 month is the U.A entrance exam. I still feel pretty good. I think I will pass the written part. With my new skills I think I will also pass the practice part. For this month Greed told me to relax, because too much practice could damage my body. Hey, next chapter will be the U.A entrance exam. Blah 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 Greed. Blah blah All Might muscle form. Blah 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 All Might true form. Blah Izuku, Katsumi. Chapter 3. Izuku's POV. 1 month later. Tomorrow is the UA entrance exam. I'm kinda excited and nervous at the same time. I walk down the beach to calm myself down. Wow, the beach is appealing and it's all thanks to you. There are a lot of people now. Yeah, I'm kinda proud of myself. And how are you feeling? You will take the entrance exam tomorrow, don't you? I feel a little nervous that I don't know if a quirkless person like me would be accepted. I said as I looked the ground. Huh, of course you will be accepted. With your power, anyone would think that you have a super strength quirk. Hee hee, probably. Come on, we're going home, it's already dark. Yeah. Next morning at U.A. Whoa, it's huge, it's bigger than I thought. HN, as expected of the best hero school in Japan, come on, we don't have the entire day. Yeah, I said as I saw a girl next to me tripping. Before she could hit the ground, I caught her. Are you all right? I asked. Yeah, thank you. Then she started to float. I'm sorry for using my quirk without warning you. By the way, I'm Uraraka Ochako, she said. Oh, Izuku Midoriyadeku, nice to meet you. Yes, we must enter, don't we? With this we both went to the written part hall. I was able to finish the test after 30 min. I quit the room and waited till the other finished. After 1 hour everyone finished and we went to an enormous room where the pro hero present Mike waited. We all took a seat and present Mike started to explain us the rules. Everybody say, no answer. Leech, I'm going to explain you the rules. As you can see on the booklet provided, there are 4 robots which will be simulated as villains, each having various points. Like this one, which is worth 1 point, this one is worth 2 points, and this one 3 points. Next is the test sites, which are different from the other, therefore you will have to adapt to the terrain you are assigned to as. You can see. Present Mike was interrupted by one of the participant. Excuse me, can I ask a question? A blue-haired guy said, making weird robot hand signs. Go ahead. You mentioned 3 robots, but it says here that there are 4. If this is a misprint, then UA's reputation of being a prestigious school would be tarnished due to this mistake. Very good question, number 7765. That there is a 4th one, but is worth 0 point. It is more of an obstacle, it's better if you avoid it. Thank you very much. Time skip. We all waited for the practice exam to start. Then I saw Uraraka and wanted to wish her good luck before being interrupted by that weird blue-haired guy. Can't you see that she's trying to concentrate? I wanted to reply, but I heard a loud start. Everyone started to run, leaving me behind. Great, it starts well. Aden started to run on my way. I saw 3 2-pointers and destroyed them with ease. I didn't even need to use greed. See, you can destroy this robots with ease even if they are made of a very resistant material. Ugh, yeah, I think I was a little too nervous, I said as I encounter 6 1-pointer and 2 3-pointer. The 3-pointer were a little bit more difficult to destroy, but still no problem for me. I see, so the one with higher points are stronger, logic. After a few minutes I was at 67 points. Then I heard present Mike yell, you only have 2 minutes left. In the monitor room. 3rd person's POV. Oh, we will have a lot of talented students this year. You're right, Midnight. They are strong, but let's see if they are also hero-like. That blonde-haired girl is strong. She has a good quirk and good reflex. Midnight. I think that handsome green-haired boy is a good one. What do you think, Eraserhead? Eraserhead. I don't care, I only want to sleep, but you are all too loud. Oi, Nizu, do something, said Eraserhead as he tried to sleep in his yellow sleeping bag. Nizu. Yes, that I think it's time, that don't you think, said he as he pressed a red button. At the training ground. Izuku's POV. I searched for other robots as I felt the ground shaking. Then I saw many participants running at the opposite direction as the earthquake. Run, if you don't want to die, yelled someone at me. Then I saw a giant 0-pointer crushing a building. As I prepared to run away, I heard a scream. Help, please someone help, that I'm stuck, I can't escape, someone cried. Wait, that voice, I already heard it once. I saw Uraraka stuck under some metals. That I ran toward the giant 0-pointer and jumped as high as I could, destroying the ground while doing it and disappearing in a flash. That I was now as high as the robot. I took greed, let my key flow trough greed, and sliced the giant robot in 2, destroying some of the buildings in process. Everyone was staring at me as if they have seen the greatest thing in their lives. I landed on the ground and heard present Mike yell, stop. The exam is now over. Recovery Girl, the healing hero, then healed the injuries of the participant and gave everyone a candy. Are you hurt? I asked as I walked to Uraraka. I think my ankle is broken, she stutters, still under shock. Then I lifted her up and carried her bride style to Recovery Girl. Recovery Girl healed Uraraka's ankle and gave her some candies. At home. Oh, hello sweetie, how was your exam? Mom asked. I think I did pretty well in the written and practice. That's great, I will cook you katsudon, Mom said, and my face lit up. Katsudon is my favorite food. Can I help? Oh no. You go and relax, you should be tired after the exam. Yeah, kinda. Thank you, Mom, you're the best. I kissed her on the cheek. Went to my room and placed Greed next to my bed that I started to undress me to take a shower. After shower I threw myself on bed. Hey, Greed, what was that power that I used against the 0-pointer? Did you do that? No, it wasn't me, and to be honest I don't know either, but try to not use it anymore, it could be very dangerous for you and the others, okay? Greed said, anxious. Izuku, come eat, food is ready, my mom yelled. Coming. I yelled back, ran down to the kitchen and sat down. Delicious as always, Mom, I said with a big smile. Thank you, Izuku. 1 week later. I was doing my daily training when my mom bursted trough my door. Izuzu, it's here, the letter, she said, totally panicked. Thank you, I will open it now, I will tell you about it later. I ran to my desk and ripped the letter open. A little hologram fell and suddenly All Might appeared from it. Haha, long time not see, Midoriya Shonen, young. You wonder why I'm here? Well, it's simple, from now on I will work at UA as a teacher. Well, we will start with the actual thing now. Midoriya Izuku, you passed the written part with 97% correct answers and you did marvelous at the practice part with 79 villain points, but there is more. By saving young Uraraka you have gotten 60 rescue points, which makes you a total of 139 points. You broke the school's record and got first. Congratulations, Midoriya Shonen, welcome to UA. After this the hologram broke, self-destruction for security. I bursted trough my door and yelled at my mother that I got in. I realized that I forgot to tell how everyone looks like, so here I go. Name, Midoriya Izuku. Hair, curly and green. Eyes, green, not as big as the anime/manga. Age, 15. Height, 1.77 meters, 5 feet 10 inches. Quirk, quirkless, OFA don't exist. He looks like a 17-year-old guy and has a deep voice that he is kinda cool but really friendly, that he's hot but cute when he smiles. Named Greed. Look, black katana with a little white. Age, over 200. Size, 0.90 m. Personality, like Kurama/Kyuubi in Naruto, after the 4th Ninja War. Name, Bakugo Katsumi. Hair, long and blonde. Eyes, crimson red. Gender, female. Quirk, explosion. Age, 15. Height, 169 meters. Like anime/manga. Name, Uraraka Ochako. Hair, shoulder length and brown. Eyes, big and brown. Quirk, zero gravity. Age, 15. Height, 156 m. Gender, female. Like anime/manga. Chapter 4. Izuku's POV. Today is the first day of school in UA at a high school that I was ready to leave, but Mom interrupted me. Izuku, wait, you look great. Thanks, Mom, but I must go now. Okay, have great day. Time skip. Ugh, everything is so big. Where is class 1? I thought, and running everywhere. After 15 minutes of searching. Ugh, finally I found the classroom. I wonder who's gonna be my new classmates. Talking about classmates, I hope Kaken and that weird guy aren't in the same class as me. As I pondered, I didn't expect to hear shouting coming from the classroom. Ugh, I guess that solves one mystery. I sweat dropped at the thought. Then I opened the door and walked in. Get your feet off the table. Do you have no respect for the people who sat at this table before you or the craftsmen who made them? This is also not a behavior a hero should have, and lesser appealing girl. Huh, what school did you go? Some extras like you don't have the right to order me around. I have a name and it is Ida Tenya. I am from semi-private school, Ida said. Semi, so I have still a reason to beat your butt, Kaken said. I wanted to walk to an empty seat, but Ida noticed me and walked toward me. Hello, you must be Midoriya, right? I am sorry for what I said to you that I hate to admit it, but you are better than me. You discovered the real meaning behind the practical part, said Ida while doing this weird hand signs. I didn't discover a dash. I was interrupted by feeling someone jumping on me and hugging me. You made it in. I'm so glad. You were so cool out there, destroying that 0-pointer so easily. Uraraka said and punched the air. Katsumi's POV. What is that Demon Deku doing here in my school and my classroom and wearing the U.school uniform? He couldn't have been accepted. A loser like him can't even hurt a fly. That he must have slept with a pro hero. That why he has been accepted. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to go to him and yell at Deku, but I was interrupted by some being third person's POV. Hey, if you are here to make friends you can leave, a tired voice said. At this point everyone in class turned their attention to the direction of the voice, only to see a yellow sleeping bag moving like a worm. That being in question turned over and stood up to reveal a tired man with scruffy long black hair that reached his neck and looks like he has not had proper sleep for days. It took you 8 seconds to quiet down. Do we have to fix it? Now, my name is Aizawa Shota and I'm your homeroom teacher. Now put these on and meet me at the training field. Aizawa said and got back into his sleeping bag. Everyone took a PD uniform and walked to the changing rooms. Training field. Looks like everyone is here. Good. Now let's start with the quirk assessment test. Quirk assessment test? Some students asked confused. Aizawa-sensei, wouldn't we miss the orientation ceremony? Uraraka. You student are here to be heroes. As a member of staff I am free to do whatever I want to achieve the best results in order to make the best new generation of heroes. Aizawa said. Now Bakugu, said Aizawa and giving her a ball. How far did you throw it in middle school? 46 meter, I think. Now do the same but use your quirk. You can do anything as long as you stay in the circle. Katsumi started to warm up and throw the ball with a loud die. Die, thought Izuku. That's some hero-like score, said Aizawa, clearly not surprised, and showed us the phone. What's 705, 3 meters? Everyone yelled shocked. Katsumi smirked at her score and looked at Izuku. This will be fun, a pink-haired girl said. Fun, you said? Then the one who's last will be expelled, Aizawa said. At this announcement everyone went blank. I'm sure Izuku will be expelled, Katsumi thought. Izuku's POV. After Katsumi, it was Ida who threw the ball. I didn't really know what he did. Ida threw the ball in the air, activated his quirk and shoot the ball with his foot. He managed to score 345 meters. After some other students pass it was on me. I didn't know if I should use greed or not. I decided to not because I didn't want to risk to slice the ball. That I breath deep in and out and throw the ball. The force was so great that it made some students fall. Aizawa checked the phone and show it to you. My score was 705, 2 before I could regain my place I heard Katsumi yell. What the F was that? Chihatsu, you had a quirk this whole time. That was it. Fundo looked down on him dash. Before she could finish yelling, Aizawa put some sort of bandages and used his quirk. What the why can't I use my quirk? This is my quirk. I can erase all sort of quirk as long as it isn't a mutant. Now stop wasting my time. Time is precious, he said with a tired voice. Time skip. So I will show you the scores, said Aizawa, and everyone went dense. 1. Yayoro Zumomo. 2. Todoroki Shoko. 3. Midoriya Izuku. 4. Katsumi Bakugu. 20. Mineta Minoru. Mineta was looking terrified and started shaking. This isn't true. This can't be true. I still haven't had the chance to touch any girl's melons, Mineta cried. Every girl was looking at him like as they wanted to kill him. That expel thing was a lie. I only wanted you to give everything you have. Now go back to class. W-ho, all the girls replied. This isn't manly, a red-haired boy said. Whatever. After that we all went to the changing rooms. Third person's POV. Huh, it was a lie. How did I don't believe you? Last year you expelled a whole class because you thought they had no chance to become a hero. All Might said. Yeah, I know, but it seems that this year are some capable ones. Mainly Midoriya Izuku. I used my quirk on him and it didn't work. So his quirk isn't super strength. That I think it's his katana since he used it on the exam and could cut the 0-pointer in 2. That's normally impossible for a normal sword. Aizawa said. Yeah, I think you're right, but something is off about it, said All Might worry. Yeah, we will take a look at it. Name. Yayoro Zumomo. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 173 m. Long and black. Quirk, creation. Likes, reading especially illustrated encyclopedias. Name, Todoroki Shoko. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 171 m. Hair, long half white half red. Eyes, right one gray left one blue. Quirk, half ice and half fire. Likes, soba noodles the kind that aren't hot. Hates her dad. Name, Kirishima Ejiro. Age, 15. Size, 174 m. Hair, original black but dyed in red. Quirk, hardening, please don't think dirty. Like hardliners, thought guys. Name, Mineta Minoru. Age, 15. Size, 108 m. Hair, some sort of purple ball, like grapes. Quirk, sticky hair. Likes, women. Name, Ashido Mina. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 159 m. Hair, curly, pink, short, has small yellow alien horns. Eyes, yellow and black. Quirk, acid. Likes, romantic things. Name, Ida Tenya. Age, 15. Size, 179 m. Eyes, blue, wears glasses. Quirk, engine. Likes, rules, his brother. Name, Ashritsu. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 150 m. Eyes, big and green. Quirk, frog. Likes, her little sisters and brothers. Name, Hagakure Tour. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 152 m. Hair. Eyes. Quirk, invisibility. Name, Jiro Kyoka. Gender, female. Age, 15. Size, 154 m. Hair, purple, shoulder length. Eyes, dark purple. Quirk, earphone jack. Likes, music. Name, Fumikage Tokoyami. Age, 15. Size, 158 m. Face, blackbird. Quirk, dark shadow. Likes, darkness, silence. Name, Kamimari Denki. Age, 15. Size, 168 m. Hair, blonde with black thunder on the left. Yellow. Quirk, electricity. Name, Aoyama Yuga. Age, 15. Size, 169 m. Eyes, purple. Quirk, naval laser. Likes, himself. Name, Ojiro Mashireo. Age, 15. Size, 169 m. Quirk, likes, martial arts. Name, Siro Hanta. Age, 15. Size, 177 m. Quirk, arg, I'm tired now and I will write the rest of the class later. Words, 1447. Chapter 5. Izuku's POV. After the quirk assessment test, the rest of the week went quickly. Class started when Aizawa entered and we went to our seat. The day was like the others until we heard, "Ha ha ha, watashi jigita, I am here," walking through the door like a normal person, clearly not like a normal person. "All Might," everyone shouted. "Wait, that's his Silver Age costume," shouted another one. "Woo, I can't believe that All Might is really going to teach us," said Kirishima. "Yeah, it's like a dream becoming true," said Kamimari. "Haha, yes, from now on I will be one of your teachers, but let's go back to the point today. We are going to do battle training," said All Might. "Battle," yelled Katsumi. "Training," said I, smiling. "Yes, you heard me very well, but what is a hero without there?" Presses a button of a remote. "Hero costumes," said All Might as the walls of the classroom opens, revealing suitcases with the number according to the students' seat places. Finally we can try our costumes on," said Ashido. "Now meet me at the ground beta, I will explain you the rules there." Everyone took their suitcase and went to the changing rooms. Time skip ground beta. I came and saw that almost everyone ready was. That I checked last time if I didn't forget something. "Oh, Deku," yelled Uraraka, waving at me. "Deku," Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I heard Bakugo saying it at the quirk assessment test that I thought it was a cute nickname. Sorry for calling you like that without permission. Ugh, it's okay, but this is kinda an insult toward me. Oh, I'm sorry, but I think it sound like Dikairu, you can do it, and it gives me motivation, she said. Thanks, that you can call me like that if you want to, beside nice costume, I said. I think it's kinda tight, that I should have precise what I wanted, said Uraraka blushing. I think your costume fit you very well, that's really cool and it matches your sword. Beside, why are you always carrying a sword around? Said I, not knowing how to respond. Oi, Greed, please help, I can't say that you are a talking sword, etc. They can communicate per telepathy. Say that I am really important to you or something like that. Okay, thank you, Greed. This katana is really important to me. My father gave it to me before he went missing, said I, that I felt miserable to lie to Uraraka. Oh, I see. Now that everyone is here, let's start. You will be split in hero teams and villain teams. The villain will hide a fake bomb in the building and the heroes have a limit of time to find the bomb. The villains win if they capture all the heroes or protect the bomb. The heroes win if they capture all the villains or touch the fake bomb. Understand? Explained All Might. Will someone be expelled? Shido yelled. Can we explode our opponents? Katsumi shouted, excited. Does my costume looks good? Vyum asked. How will we choose our opposers? Ida asked. W8, I may be the #1 hero, but my quick is not super hearing. To answer your question, no, I won't expel any student. No, you cannot blow your opposers up. Yes, your costume looks good, and about your partners, they will be selected by lottery. Even if he said he didn't have a super hearing quirk, he still understood everyone, I thought. Do you have any questions? No. The teams have been selected. Team A, Uraraka and me. Team B, Todoroki and Shoji. Team C, Yaoyorozu and Mineta. Team D, Katsumi and Ida. Team E, Ashido and Aoyama. Team F, Sato and Kuda. Team G, Kaminari and Jiro. Team H, Tokoyami and Azui. Team I, Hagakure and Ojiro. Team J, Siro and Kirishima. Now Team A versus Team D. Team A are the heroes. Villains, you have 5 minutes to prepare yourself. Now start, All Might said. I felt as if someone was watching over me. I slowly turned my head and I saw Kaken smiling an evil grin. Fesh, why her? Time skip. Are you sure this plan would work? Said Uraraka, using her quirk on me and pushing me up. I grabbed the window, opened it and entered in the building, followed by Uraraka. Yeah, don't worry, I said. Okay, I will trust you. We moved around the building to find the bomb when I saw a figure appearing before me. I quickly turned around and pushed Uraraka. Oh, nice dodging, Deku, Katsumi said. She then ran toward me and wanted to hit me, but I grabbed her arm and threw her over my shoulder. I don't really like to hurt women, but I don't have a choice. She looked at me in shock. Third person's POV. What the did he just read my moves? Kaken, you almost always lead me with that right hook. I've seen it enough to know. Kaken, I'm not your worthless punching bag anymore. I changed. I'm the Deku who always gives his best. Meanwhile, Ida in another room. Darn that Bakugo running of on her own. What could she been thinking really? You piss me off, Katsumi shouted. Run ahead, Uraraka. Izuku yelled and she ran the opposite direction. Worry about yourself, Katsumi shouted and ran toward Izuku. She gave him a kick, but he managed to block it and warped the capture tape around her foot. What will come next? Based on her personality, she will rage and come at me again. But from where? Izuku thought, but before he was hit he predicted the move and could dodge. Meanwhile, in the monitor room. Dimin, he's amazing, going toe-to-toe with her without using his quirk. Sato said. His classmates don't know he's quirkless, plus he's holding back. Katsumi's POV. This freaking pebble, he's useless and can't do anything. How is it possible for him to dodge my moves and don't get a scratch from me? Don't dare looking down on me, I'm better than anyone. I thought. Uraraka's POV. Good, I'm here now, I gotta stay hidden until Deku shows up. I thought. Bakugo has a natural tendency toward troublemaking, so the exorc is perfectly suited for her. Humph, that I suppose I must also take the role of a villain. Thought it brings shame to the Ida family name. This training will help me become a better man. I must commit to become a hero. I will cloak myself in darkness. Haha, I'm the ultimate evil, Ida said with a weird expression on his face. I could stop myself and laughed very hard. With this, Ida noticed me and asked me to show myself. I know your quirk allows you to levitate objects you touch. Before you could arrive, I enacted a counter-strategy against you by removing all objects on this floor. Ida said proudly. Your little tricks won't work here. You have miscalculated, hero, Nyaha. He's really getting into it. Izuku's POV. Deku-kun, Uraraka said trough the cell phone. Uraraka, what is it? Ida found me, I'm sorry. Where are you? I'm trying to join you as fast as possible, hold on please. I'm on the 5th floor, in the center. So right above me. Kyuso, sheet, we don't have time anymore, only a little bit and it's their win. Third person's POV. I'm loaded up, Katsumi said, why don't you use your quirk, you mocking me, Deku? You know that the sweat glands on my palms secrete something like nitroglycerin. That's how I make my explosions. Assume they honored my design request. This gauntlet's been storing that fluid. Meanwhile, monitor room. Don't tell me she's gonna All Might thought, Bakugo, stop it now kid to do you want to kill him. Building. He won't die if he's meaning to be a hero, Katsumi yelled. Izuku's POV. After Kaken said those words, I saw something. I saw a giant explosion coming right before me and hit me. After that I saw myself lying on the ground, with my body covered with burnings and half of the building destroyed. What was that? Where are my burnings? Don't worry, it's only that you used Kensoku, observation key, unintentionally. I see. You are always full of surprises. You can already use Kensoku without much training. You are a good one. Kaken took her gauntlet and pulled a thing off her gauntlet. But before the giant explosion could hit me, I jumped and used a flying fragment of rock to propel myself toward Kaken. Then I took my capture tape and pulled it around her. Diamond is as big as I saw. No joke that if I were hit by it I would already be dead. Bakugo has been captured, All Might said as the smoke dissipate. Huh? Kaken said confused, when? Right after you throw your explosion, I said. How could you survive that without a lit burn? Kaken said in shock. I predicted it, I said as I ran to the 5th floor. Kaken sat there confused. Third person's POV. Monitor room. How I could only predict it because of the Kensoku? How could that kid dash? Don't tell me he knows about Kid Eno. Don't come on conclusion too fast. It could have been a coincidence, All Might thought. Man, I couldn't see what was happening, but that was manly. Midoriya is a true man. Kirishima said. What was happening? I couldn't see anything, Ashido said. Wow, he's better than I thought, Tokoyami said. What, you could follow what happened? Almost everyone said. Yeah, if you observed well you could see that Midoriya jumped and then propel himself toward Bakugo to avoid the explosion. He then took the occasion to capture Bakugo. I must admit that it was a complex move. Todoroki said. Wow, he's amazing, everyone said. Izuku's POV. Building. I reached the 5th floor and saw Uraraka floating toward the bomb and releasing her quirk to fall on the bomb. But before she touched the bomb, Ida used his quirk and removed the bomb. I decided to hit myself and wait for an opening. Ida and Uraraka repeated the movement, until Uraraka noticed me and understood my intentions. She then tried to get the bomb right in front of me. Without Ida noticing, of course, when the bomb was right there where I wanted it, I ran toward the bomb and touched it. Hero Team Wins. Midoriya, since when are you here? Ida said. Oh, since a while, I responded. Ugh, I didn't even notice, Ida whispered. Every other battle went well, that an O student was severely injured. Here is a drawing about Izuku's hero costume. I'm sorry I didn't draw the head and the other hand because I can't draw them, I'm also too lazy. This image does not follow our content guidelines. To continue publishing, please remove it or upload a different image. I'm sorry I didn't draw the head and the other hand because I can't draw them, I'm also too lazy. Now this is how greed looks like. This image does not follow our content guidelines. To continue publishing, please remove it or upload a different image. And Katsumi's hero costume. All the others one are the same. Sorry for the shoes, they don't look good. Oops. This image does not follow our content guidelines. To continue publishing, please remove it or upload a different image. Sorry for the shoes, they don't look good. If it up. All of them are my art. I will also make a Q&A, question/answer. Words, 1840. Chapter 6. Third person's POV. On the next day there were a lot of reporters before the U. Gate and asked random students question about All Might. What's it like learning from All Might? Asked Deku, one journalist. He's a very good teacher. I learned a lot about heroes and battles. I could improve very much because of him. If you could excuse me, I must go to my classroom now, said Izuku with a smile, and they let him pass. Tell us what the symbol of peace looks like in front of the class. How he looks super muscly, said Uraraka, imitating an All Might pose. They were about to ask Katsumi, but Aizawa chased them away. Only that they followed him into UA and the gate closed immediately before them. Time skip. Good job with yesterday's battle training. I've looked over your grades and evaluations. Bakugu, grow up already, stop wasting your talent, said Aizawa. Got it, said Katsumi. Now to our homeroom business. Sorry for the sudden announcement, but today. What is it, another brutal pop quiz? Thought the entire class. You'll pick a class president, finished Aizawa. Finally a normal school-like thing, said Kirishima, and everyone raised their hands to be chosen as the class president. In normal schools the position just entails mundane tasks, so nobody really want to do it. But in the hero course at UA it would mean leading a group. A position suited for the top hero in the makings. Quiet down, leading the many is a task of heavy responsibility, but ambition does not equate to ability. This sacred office demands the trust of its constituents. If this is to be a democracy, then I put forward the motion that our true leader must be chosen by elections, said Ida. But Ida, we haven't known each other long enough to build any trust, Karo, said Tsuyu. And everyone'll just vote for themselves, added Kirishima. That's precisely why anyone who manages to earn multiple votes will be the best suited individual for the job. Will you allow this, sensei? Said Ida. However you do it, just make it quick. Izuku's POV. I got 6 votes. How? I said, confused. Eche, who voted for DMN Deku? Asked Kaken. After those words I saw Uraraka turning her head and whistle. 0 votes. I thought as much. This is the harsh reality of this sacred office, said Ida, trembling. So you voted for someone else, said Momo. Yeah. Fine. So your president's Midoriya and your vice president's Momo. Punch. Wow, the rice is so good, said Uraraka. Hey guys, could we sit down next to you? Asked Sato. Yeah, of course, I said. Then Ishido, Kirishima, Sato and Momo sat next to us. But man, Midoriya, you got 6 votes. That impressed me, said Kirishima. Yeah, me too. But I'm just a little worried about whether or not I really can be class president. You can, said Uraraka. Worry not. Midoriya, your grit and decisiveness in a pinch make you perfectly suited to lead us all. That's why I voted you, said Ida. So you are one of the ones that voted for me. That I wonder who also voted for me. Oh, I voted for you, said Ishido. Me too, said Uraraka. Yep, I also voted for the manliest guy in our class, said Kirishima. Me too, said Sato. And me as well, said Momo. What Momo? You too, I said. Yes, I think with your analyses and your intelligence, you could lead us all, said Momo. I feel a bit flustered that the most intelligent girl in our class thinks so high of me, but I also voted for you because of the same reasons. So you voted for Momo, said Ishido with a creepy smile on her lips. And Momo turned red. Ida, can I ask you a question? Said Uraraka. Yes, what is it? The way you talk, Ida, are you a rich kid? A rich kid that I don't like people to know, so I try to hide it, but yes, mine is a renowned hero family and I'm the secondest and at Dio. You know about the turbo hero Ingenium? Yes, he employs 65 sidekicks at his office in Tokyo, right? I asked. Yes, he's my brother, said Ida proudly. He's so frank about it, wow, said Ishido. He leads the people with his unwavering adherence to rules and regulations. To truly beloved hero, it's my admiration for my brother that's inspired my own longing to become a hero. Though I realized I'm not yet ready to lead anyone. Yes, the superior candidate, It was right that the role should go to you. Midori-Ida was interrupted by a siren. The alarm, I said. Security level 3 has been broken. All students, evacuate in an orderly fashion. What's security level 3? I asked an older student. It means someone infiltrated the building. This hasn't happened in my 3 years here. Anyway, hurry up and get out of here. Everyone was pushing each other. Ow, what's going on? Said Uraraka. Such a rapid response to danger. I'd expect no less from this great institution, yelled Ida for some unknown reason. Maybe a little bit too rapid, everyone is panicking, said I, and I was dragged by some students, separating me from Ida and the others. I was dragged next to the window as I saw Todoroki tripping and falling. Before she could hit the ground, I caught her. Are you all right, Todoroki? Yes thank you, Midoriya, she said with a monotone voice. We were pushed closer to the window as I saw the press corps. Hey Todoroki, is this the press? I asked. She checked and nodded. Oi, calm down. I yelled but nobody heard me. Todoroki, could you lift me with you ice please? Asked I. She nodded and did what I asked. I breathed deep in and yelled louder than before. Oi, calm down, that everything is fine, that it's just the press, that there's nothing to panic about. We're fine, that this is you. They behave in a way befitting this great school, that now walk in silence and wait till the situation calmed down. The most of the students were first scared at my deep voice but were soon relaxed. Time skip classroom. In Midoriya, that was so manly, Kirishima said. Yeah, I was right when I said you will be a great leader. Ida said. I must admit it was worth of a leader, Todoroki said. Hee, thank you. Meanwhile, outside, before the gate. No ordinary reporter could have done this, Recovery Girl said. Someone instigated this whole affair. Did someone manage to slip in, or do they intend to wage some greater war? That's it. 3 days later in class. No one's POV. Now for today's basic hero training, that this time All Might, myself and one other will supervise, Aizawa said. This time, so it's a special class, Izuku said. What are we doing exactly? Shiro asked. Preparing you for disaster relief, from fires to floods, it's rescue training, Aizawa said. Rescue? That sounds like another rough day. Kaminari said. Right, confirmed Ishido. Come on, this is what being a hero's all about. I'm pumped, Kirishima said. I'm not done, Aizawa said. It's up to you whenever or not you wear your costume. As some of them are ill-suited to this sort of activity. The training site is a bit remote, so we'll be going by bus, that's all, get ready. In the bus. Izuku's POV. I generally say what's on my mind, Midoriya. Oh, what is it, Azui? Call me Tsu. Why do you have a sword on your back when you don't use it? Oh, it boosts my abilities, so I only use it as an emergency. Wow, so if you use it you will be stronger. At IT, certainly a good combination with your super strength quirk. Kirishima said. Actually I don't have a quirk, I said, a little bit embarrassed. WMG, for a second I believed you. There is no way you could have such a strength without a quirk. Kaminari said, and everyone nodded. No, it's true, at the quirk assessment test I erased his quirk but it didn't work, Aizawa confirmed. WK, yelled everyone besides Shoko, Momo and Katsumi, who were although surprised. So this is your brute force, said Sato. Yay, I trained hard since I was kid, said I and scratched my head. Wow, and you were first in the entrance exam. Oh, if we train hard we could be as powerful as you. Taro said. Oh come on, I'm not that good. There are also other strong people like Todoroki or Kaken, I said, and wanted to change the subject. But Bakugo is so unhinged she'd never be popular, Karo ribbit. Hey, what did you say, Frogface? Yelled Kaken. Said Azui. We've only barely started socializing and already you have made it abundantly clear to us unpleasantness of your steamed turd of personality, said Kaminari. Yeah, Oki Pikachu, how about I pound you, Kaken said. Pikachu? At that name I can't hold my laughter anymore. Pff, haha, that pff, that name fit him so well, ha, OMG my stomach, ha. After that everyone followed me and laughed. We are here now, look sharp, said Aizawa. Oki, said everyone as we calmed down. Woa, is this the Universal Studio Japan? Hagakure yelled. There's the flood zone, landslide zone, conflagration zone, etc. So is it? Every disaster and accident you can imagine. I build this facility myself. I call it the Unforeseen Simulation Joint, said a figure appearing out of the USJ. It's the Space Hero 13. He's a gentleman hero who does his best work in rescue scenarios. I love 13, Uraraka yelled. 13, where is All Might? I thought he was meeting us here, murmured Aizawa to 13, but it was loud enough for me to hear. About that, senpai, Japanese people say this as respect toward older student or coworker. Please don't think on pawn. It seems that he has reached his limit during his morning commute. Murmured 13 and showing a 3 with his fingers. I guess that All Might can't come today. So let's get started, said Aizawa. Before we start I have 1 or 2 points. Or 3, 4. Lots of points, thought everyone. Well, I can't read their mind, but I guessed by their expression. As I'm sure many of you are aware, my quirk is called Black Hole. It can SCK in and tear apart things, said 13. And you have used it to save people in all sort of disasters, right? Indeed, however my power could easily kill. I've no doubt there are some among you with similar abilities. In our superpowered society, the use of quirks is heavily restricted and monitored. It may seem that this system is a stable one, but we must never forget that it only takes one wrong move with an uncontrollable quirk for people to die. During Aizawa's physical fitness test you came to learn of your own hidden potential. Through All Might battle training you experienced the danger that your respective quirks can pose to others. This class will show you a new perspective. You will learn to utilize your quirk to save lives. That is all. Thank you for listening, explained 13. At his speech we could hear Ida clap in his hands and yell bravo. Great first of dash. Aizawa was interrupted by some weird black hole. Huddle up and don't move, yelled Aizawa. 13 protect the students. What the heck's that? More battle robots. Like during the entrance exam. No, don't move, those are real villains. 13 and Eraserhead. According to the staff schedule I received the other day, All Might is supposed to be here, said one of the villains. Of course, that whole incident was this scum's doing, said Aizawa. Where is he? We've come all this way and brought so many playmates. All Might, the symbol of peace, is he here? I wonder if some dead kids will bring him here, said another villain. We learned that what the pros are up against, what they face at the field, is evil unleashed. OMG, chapter done. I'm so tired that I wrote this in 4 hours. My hands hurt. OMG, thank you for the 400 readers. That makes me so happy. I don't know why you keep reading this shitty story, but thank you. I love you guys, even if I don't know you. Smiling face with smiling eyes, beaming face with smiling eyes, grinning face with sweat, smiling face with hearts. I know I'm weird. So bye and have a great day/night. Face blowing a kiss. Words, 2079. Chapter 7. Third person's POV. All Might isn't here. I wonder if some dead kids will bring him here, said a blue-haired villain. Villains, no way. What villains be dumb enough to sneak into a school for heroes? Said Kirishima. Sensei, aren't there intruder sensors? Asked Momo. Of course there are, said Aizawa. Are they only here or also at the main building? Either way, if the sensors aren't working, it has to be one of their quirks that's doing it. This place is far from the campus and they have been picked the time when there'd be few people here, so maybe they are not as dumb as it seems. They must have an objective because this is well-coordinated sneak attack. Todoroki said. 13 begin evacuation and try calling the school. One of these villains must be jamming the sensors. There's a good chance one of their electric types is causing the interference. Kaminari, try using quirk to signal for help. Aizawa said. Got it, answered Kaminari. Aizawa then rushed toward the villains. Ranged squad, let's move, said. Villain, our intel said it was just supposed to be 13 and All Might, so who's this? Said villain. Dunno, but he's coming at us all alone. Said villain. A dead fool then, said villain. They all tried to use their quirk but it didn't work. I can't shoot, said villain. Aizawa wrapped his weapon, some sort of rope, around the villains and pulled them together. You dumbass, he can cancel out your quirks just by looking at you. That's Eraserhead, said villain 4. He cancels quirks. Haha, let's see if that trick works against heteromorphic types, said villain 5. No, it doesn't, said Aizawa as he punched the villain 5 in the face. Only against operative or transformative types, however, said he as he dodged a punch. Statistically, guys like you tend to shine in close quarters combat, which is why I have got CUDA measures for you. Finished Aizawa as he wrapped his weapon around Villain 5 and slammed him on the ground. He's good at hand-to-hand and those goggles hide his eyes, so we don't know whose quirk he's canceling. Even a whole mob of us isn't slowing him down. That I hate pro heroes. Ordinary villains don't stand a chance against them, said the villain with blue hair and a lot of hands who hang around his body. Wow, he can hold his own even when outnumbered, said Kaminari. There is no time for observations. Hurry up and evacuate, said Ida. I won't allow that, said some sort of purple mist. Damn it, in the blink of an eye he may be the deadliest one here, thought Aizawa. Greetings, we are the League of Villains. Forgive our audacity, but today, we've come here to you at a high school, this bastion of heroism, to end the life of All Might, the symbol of peace. That we were under the impression that All Might would be here today, but it seems his schedule was revised. Well, no matter, my role remains unchanged, said the mist. Kirishima and Katsumi then attacked the mist. Not if we end you first, said Katsumi. Bet you didn't see that coming, said Kirishima. That was close. Yes. Students though you may be, you are the best of the best, said the mist. No, get back both of you, yelled 13. After that, a mist surrounded them and teleported the students in different zones. Izuku's POV. Wah, the flood zone, said I as I fell from the sky into the water. He teleported us. Must be his quirk. They want to kill All Might. Just what the hell is going on here? I turned around and saw a villain tried to attack me, but I was saved by Tsuyu. She wrapped her tongue around me and put me in a boat. Thanks, Tsuyu, I said as she threw my netta. It's nothing, but we seem to be in trouble here, said Tsuyu. They know our schedule. The simplest explanation is that they caused that media rush the other day in order to get their intel. It's like Todoroki said, they have been waiting for this chance, and they prepared for it well. But there's no way they could ever kill All Might. He will trash them once he gets here, yelled Mineta. Mineta, stop yelling. Do you want that the villains hear our conversation? And they must have found a way to kill him, otherwise why come here just to get beaten? I wouldn't put it past them. That one guy promised to kill us too after all. Who says we can even hold out until All Might gets here? Even when he show up, who says he won't be killed? Midoriya, said Mineta and showed to the bunch of villains. So they must have figured out a way to beat All Might. That must be it. It doesn't make sense otherwise. But why kill him? Because he stands against villains? Against evil? Because everyone call him the symbol of justice? No, I mean there must be a specific reason. Arg hell if I know. If there's even a chance that they have a way to beat All Might, then we have a fight to win, I said. Meanwhile, Yudare. All Might's POV. I can't contact 13 or Aizawa. Good reason or not, I put my hero work ahead of my teaching. That was quite foolish. What will I tell them when I show up at the end? Anyway, I should be fine in another 10 minutes. No, I'm going bluff. Hold on, said Netsu. The principal. Yes. Am I a mouse, a dog, a bear? All you need to know is that I'm the principal. Your coat is looking splendid today, sir. My secret is carrot. No human could produce such luster. Enough of that, look, said Netsu showing a tablet. Yahoo News. All Might resolves 3 incident in under an hour. I know that you are a pro hero and that you want to save as many peoples as possible, but your injury has affected you and has limited you as hero. You refuse to make this thing public knowledge, which is understandable. That's why I recommended that you teach here. Try to take it easy once in a while. Even today you would only be able to attend a portion of the class. Yes, I did offer you the position, but don't forget you also accepted it. I'd appreciate it if you tried a bit harder to prioritize your role as a teacher. This city has enough hero agencies to deal with common criminals. That's right, that's why I was just getting ready to head to USJ. But you'd be forced to return soon thereafter, no? So why not enjoy some tea crackers with me? I can tell you about my theories on education. Back to USJ, entrance. Third person's POV. Where is everyone? Can we confirm their location? Asked Ida. They have been scattered, but they're all in the facility, answered Shoji. Physical's attacks are no good at he just wraps away. This guy's quirk is too tough to handle, said Zero. Ida-kun, your quirk is one of the fastest here, right? Asked 13. Yes, answered Ida. Run back to the school and report what is happening, said 13. But I can't abandon my classmates, said Ida. You won't abandon them. That if you warn the school, Pro here will come and the percentage of victory will increase. Go now that we will make an opening, said 13. Aside from the fact that you have no hope, what sort of fool discusses strategy in earshot of the enemy, said the mist. It hardly matters if you overheard. You can't stop us, said 13 and activated his quirk. Back to Izuku. Izuku's POV. How can we possibly fight, you dumbass? These guys might be taught enough to kill All Might. You are contradicting yourself, Midoriya. Our only hope is Tio hide somewhere until you that a heroes come Tio rescue us, yelled Mineta. Mineta, those guys down there, they're clearly suited to aquatic combat, right? Stop ignoring my point. So the ringleaders must have recruited their team knowing about USJ's different environments, said Tsuyu. Exactly, their intel told them that much at least, but with all their careful planning, one odd point sticks out. They zapped you, Tsuyu, into the flood zone. That means they don't know about our quirks. Oh, you're right, if they'd know about me having frog powers they'd have dumped me into that fiery area, said Tsuyu. It's exactly because they don't know about our quirks that their strategy was to scatter us and overwhelm us with numbers that they've got us beat when it comes to number and experience, so there is only one way for us to win. Exploit the fact that they don't know our quirk. Look, they aren't trying to get on board. That supports my theory. Even so, that also means that they not underestimating us. I can jump really high and stick to walls, and my tongue can stretch to a maximum of 20 meters. Also, I split up my stomach to clean it and secrete a poisonous fluid that I say, poisonous, but it just stings a little. Those last two aren't that useful, just forget about it, said Tsuyu. Yeah, I think I already told you everything about what I can do. Mineta pulled a ball from his head and it's stuck on the wall. It's really sticky. If I'm feeling good, it will stick all the day that a new one will grow in the old one's place, but if I take too many it will start to bleeding that they'll bounce off my own body without sticking to me, said Mineta. Tsuyu and me stared at him expecting some other abilities and Mineta started tearing up. Like I said, we just gotta wait to be rescued. My quirk is terrible for fighting multiple opponents, cried Mineta. Not at all, it's a great quirk that we just have to think how to make use of it, said I, trying to comfort him. A villain then attacked us and sliced the boat in two. I'm getting bored over here, let's finish this thing, said the villain. So strong he split the boat in two, said Tsuyu. Why? Cried Mineta and throw his hair in the water. Why did you panic? The enemy knows your quirk now, said Tsuyu. No, they are on guard, they won't touch them. That boat will go under in less than a minute. Once you're in the water, you're chum, said Villain 6. He's right, said Mineta. Mineta, did you really came to U.A to become a hero? Shut up. You're crazy for not being scared that we were just freaking middle school kids a couple of months ago. I never thought we'd be in a life-or situation so soon. I just wish I could have gotten 2 Grobe Yayaroses Melanzorosis and Bakugu's Bakuba before I died, cried Mineta. Hear that little one whining. A bunch of babies, said Villain 7. Hey, Shigaraki said not to get careless here. Their age isn't what matters, we judge them by their quirks, and clearly our quirks have the advantage in the water, said Villain 8. Tis, they are right, I am useless here. The only way I can beat them is when they climb on the boat, which I doubt they will do this, so the only one who could really help us is Tsuyu. Think, that if I use greed right now I risk to hurt Mineta and Tsuyu, Kyuso, sheet. Are you sure about that, kid? Huh. Greed, of course, that I still can't reduce your power. Don't worry. Do what I tell you and it will be fine. You know, being a katana is not the only thing I can do. Huh, what do you mean? You will see. Now in order to do that I need 10% of your blood, is that okay for you? Tisuch, take whatever you want. Okay, but it will hurt like hell. Still agreeing? Like that will stop me, said I as I grabbed greed. A good answer, kid. The dragon on my chest started to move down my right arm and connecting with greed. Veins started to pop out and I can feel an atroce pain. Arg. Midoriya, are you okay? OMG, your arm, what's going on? Yelled Tsuyu that I never thought she would. It's all right, I will be over as soon, said I. But it doesn't look good, your arm is black, she said worried. It's all right, See, my arm is going slowly to normal and the pain is also stopping. I responded. Midoriya, don't scare us like that. I thought it was a villain's quirk, said Mineta, shaking. Wow, that pain was way more painful than I expected. Chibi, I warned you. Now come we go to the serious thing, said Jeed as he released a white light and transformed into a bow. Huh, so that is what you meant. Achin, now is not the time to be fascinated. There are villain that wait to be beaten. Concentrate a little amount of ki in one point and release it. Yeah. I jumped out of the boat, took the bow and pulled the bowstring. Then concentrate a little bit of ki and released it. Some black arrows appeared and I shoot them to the villains. The villains were all immediately hit by them. What did I only shoot one time, so how could they all be hit? Oh, these arrows are not like normal ones because they are made of ki. They follow their targets everywhere, but they aren't very powerful. I see, so you can transform into different weapons, huh? Kinda cool. I know, but you can't stand the pain to the other transformation, so don't be turned on. I know. I was interrupted by Tsuyu wrapping her tongue around me and dragged me to the water. The villains are all unconscious. What the Midoriya, what was that? Midoriya, you always do the coolest thing. How couldn't you be scared, thought Mineta. Good job, Midoriya, I didn't know you could do that, said Tsuyu. Yeah, I rarely use it 'cause of it power and pain, said I. Oi, you know once you made the transformation for the first time it won't hurt you anymore, you know. Dada. So now that we beat them, what should we do now? Asked Tsuyu. Right, for now calling for help is our top priority, and if possible we should follow the shoreline and make for the exit, avoiding the plaza altogether, said I. Right, looks like Aizawa-sensei is drawing a large number of them to the plaza, said Tsuyu. There are too many of them, of course he's more than holding his own out there, but it's too much for him. He knew that, but he jumped in to protect us. Don't you tell me you are that stupid, Midoriya, said Mineta. I didn't said we should dive right into the fight. I am the class representative. I can't rush in and lead my classmates into the danger. We will wait for an opening to join 13 unharmed, said I. Our first battle ended with our first win, but I'd made a deadly wrong assumption. Thinking we had a chance against these enemies was a grave miscalculation. Words, 2548. Chapter 8. Double exclamation mark. Hey, before you start reading, I wanted to say that I will change aura into ki, spiritual power inside of a human body. Double exclamation mark. Third person's POV. Landslide zone. Divide and conquer, huh? Forgive me for says so, but it's hard to see you guys anymore as thugs with quirks you can't even handle, said Todoroki walking past a lot of frozen villains. BS. The second he was wrapped here, is he really just a kid? Ow ow ow, said villain 8, I lost count. They want to kill All Might at first. They seemed like they were elite. They used their numbers to overwhelm him, but as far as I can tell there are only 4 or 5 really dangerous individuals here, thought Todoroki. At this rate your skin'll rot away from frostbite, but I'm trying to be a hero and heroes don't do such horrible things. Tell me your plan. What makes you think you could kill All Might? Asked Todoroki. Central Plaza. 23 seconds, said the blue-haired villain and dodged Aizawa's weapon. So you are the boss, said Aizawa. 24 seconds. 20 seconds. 17 seconds, said the villain. Aizawa wanted to punch him, but he grabbed his elbow. It's hard to tell when you're scampering around, but there are moments when your hair falls in front of your eyes every time you finish a given move, and your max duration's getting shorter and shorter. Don't overdo it now, erase your head, said the villain, and Aizawa's elbows started to disintegrate. Aizawa then punched the villain in the face and the villain lost his grip. My elbow was disintegrating, thought Aizawa. He was then attacked by 2 other villains, but he dodged and beat them. Your quirk, it's not good in long group battle, huh? This is no different from your usual work. Yeah, you specialize in quick sneak attacks. Yet you jumped right into the fight hoping to make the kids feel safe. That is so cool to be. By the way, hero, I'm not the boss here, said the villain as a weird creature appears. Entrance. 13. Looks like a disaster relief hero can't measure up to even the most ordinary of heroes when it comes to fight, and now you find yourself ripped apart by your own power, said the villain. A mist then appears before and behind 13, and 13 was SED by his own power, ripping his back off. Sensei, yelled all the students present. He worked me, I'm done for, thought 13. Ida, he told you to run, yelled Sato. Dim, yelled Ida. the villain wanted to stop him but Shoji kept him from doing. They're counting on me. The whole class is up to me. Everyone just hold on, thought Ida. Plus, Izuku's POV. We stood there in shock as we saw that creature point one hand pinning Aizawa on the ground and the other holding Aizawa's broken arm. Meet the anti-symbol of peace, the bioengineered Nomu, said the blue-haired villain. Collapsed zone. Third person's POV. That's all of Great, let's hurry and help the others if we are here. I bet everyone else is also still in the Uge. I'm worried about the guys who don't really have a way to attack. Point 13 Sensei's probably got his hands full since we rushed ahead like that. None of this would have happened if we'd let him SCK in that mist. Man, I gotta take responsibility, said Kirishima. If that's what you want, then go alone. I'm gonna beat that warp gate guy to a pulp, said Bakugo. Huh. Still pulling that immature CRP at a time like this? Beside, normal attacks don't work on him. Shut up, he's how these punks are getting around. Bring him down and they'll have nowhere to run, and it's not like I don't have a way to beat him, said Bakugo. Yes, keep chattering. Let you guard down, thought an invisible villain walking quietly behind Bakugo. Bakugo took the villain's head, slammed it on the ground and let out an explosion. If all they're sending against us are these idiots, we should be fine, continued Bakugo. Wow, great reflexes, thought Kirishima. You are sure calm today. You are usually like die, said he as he imagined a furious Bakugo. I'm always calm, you damned broomhead. Ah, there it is. I'm outta here. Hold up, I'm coming with you, you convinced me. Plus, canceling quirks is pretty cool, but nothing special. Up against crazy strength, you might as well be totally quirkless, said the villain. He snapped my arm like a twig. Looking at any part of his body should be enough to nullify him. That means this is his base strength. He's easily as strong as All Might, thought Aizawa. Nomu took his head and slammed it hard at the ground, leaving a hole on it. Midoriya, Tsu and Mineta stood there in shock. Hidden, of course. This is bad, Midoriya. Time for a change of plan, murmured Mineta. Tamura Shigaraki, said the mist. Kurojairi is 13 dead, said Shigaraki. He's incapacitated, but there are some students I couldn't wrap away and one escaped, informed Kurojairi. Kurojairi, I'd turned you into dust if you weren't our ticket out of here, said Shigaraki, getting irritated. We won't stand a chance against dozen of pro hero. It's game over, man, game over for now. We're leaving, said Shigaraki. Leaving? Did he just say they are leaving? Asked Mineta. I think so, responded Tsuyu. We're saved, said Mineta and grabbed Tsuyu's melons, but was soon drowned. Izuku's POV. I got a bad feeling, Midoriya. Yeah, to do all this and then leave on a whim. Didn't they want to kill All Might? Urare's just gonna be more in danger than ever if they get away now. Game over, he said. What are they thinking? Thought I. But before that, let's leave a few dead kids to wound the pride of the symbol of peace, said Shigaraki and appeared before Tsuyu, his hand on her face. You are really amazing, Eraserhead, said he as Aizawa erased his quirk. I took this occasion to punch him. A brutal windstorm was released by doing so, but instead of punching him, I punched the Nomu. So quick. When did he? Wait, he has nothing. I gave everything out. How he should at least have some injuries, but he is totally fine. It was at this moment that I understood how they would kill All Might. Wow, that was some punch, said Shigaraki. Nomu wanted to grab my arm, but I managed to dodge. Oi, Greed, what should I do? I can't see his moves. Don't worry, Kasoda, do exactly what I say and it should be fine. Promise me you would do whatever I say. Hi, yes. Good, I will use Kensoku, observation key, and tell you the Nomu's moves. Be careful, he will attack to the left now. Nomu then started to throw a punch to my left and I dodged. Mineta, Tsuyu, take Aizawa-sensei and go put you out of danger. But Midoriya, you dash, said Tsuyu. Now, yelled I, and they understood my message and obey. I am the class president, so your security is my first priority. I will deal with this till the pro heroes come. Now go. Punch on the right of your face, then several punches that you can dodge if you jump a step behind. Nomu did exactly what Greed said. After several minutes, Shigaraki started to give Nomu orders. That kid is good, being able to dodge Nomu's punch that easily, that he must be eliminated now or he will grow even stronger. Nomu, kill him now, said Shigaraki. Nomu started to be even faster than before and I had now difficulties to dodge. Greed warned me about the punches but I was too slow to react. Nomu then punched me hard in the stomach, sending me flying toward a wall that I spat some blood and I could feel an horrible pain on my ribs. I had difficulties to breath and I couldn't move. That I realized that many ribs were broken. All the others watched me in horror. Nomu, thinking I was dead, walked toward Uraraka and wanted to punch her, but I jumped and grabbed Nomu's right arm, stretched his arm and kneeled it, leaving a broken arm. But it was meaningless. His arm immediately regenerated. Diamond, so his quirk is regeneration. Teasage. I'm really lucky today, thought I. Oh, you really are impressive. But whatever you do, it's meaningless. Nomu has only one quirk. His quirks are super regeneration and shock absorption, said Shigaraki. So that's why my punches did nothing to high dash. Wait, I just broke his arm right now, so. You have it, kid. Like all other quirk, a quirk can't be active non-stop. So as he thought you were dead, he let his guard down and you were able to injure him. But I think there might be a limit about how much his absorption quirk can handle. So try to punch him as frequent as possible. Yes, but if I use you, it useless, right? Since he can regenerate. I would only put the other in danger. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I'm really useless here to help you like before. You won't be able to react in time, so the only solution is that you learn Kensoku right now. So close your eyes. Then try to empty your thoughts and concentrate. Try to feel your surrounding and predict your opponent's moves. I did as Greed said, but I still couldn't feel or see anything. That I felt the Nomu punching my left arm and broke it. After some other punches, I started to see some sort of blue fire. That blue fire became always more clear and always more fires appeared slowly. That's it, kid. That blue fire that you can see are all the person in the USG. The biggest and nearest fire to you is the Nomu. Yeah, I think I can see their figures properly now. Good, you're on the good way now. I then saw the figure trying to punch my right sides. Did I know what that meant and dodged the Nomu's punch? I then kicked him on the ribs. He gave several punches but I dodged and did the same to the Nomu. This went for another 10 minutes. Nomu, said Shigaraki. Nomu went to Shigaraki and he murmured something to the Nomu. The Nomu turned to Momo, who just arrived at the plaza. Nomu took a sharp piece of rock and threw it toward her. Watch out, yelled I, but she didn't heard me. I ran toward her and pushed her. The rock hit my left eye, leaving a deep wound. That I screamed in pain. Nomu took that occasion to grab my head. He was about to crush my head when we heard a boom. Third person's POV. Fear not, I am here. All Might, yelled everyone in relief. I had a bad feeling, so I cut my talk with the principal short and came right away. Then I ran into Ida on the way. He told me the gist of what's going on here, and it made my blood boil. You kids must have been so scared and my colleagues did their best. However, that's exactly why I have to stand tall now and declare fear not. I am here. I have been waiting, hero. You're worthless trash, said Shigaraki. All Might, he isn't smiling, said Uraraka. All Might then beat all the rest of the villains in a flash. He looked at Izuku and saved him from being crashed any further. Ha, you are fast. Too fast to keep up with, but not as fast as expected. Could it really be true that you're getting weaker? Said Shigaraki. Breathe. All Might. That breathe creature that is beside Shigaraki breathe is named Namyu. It has two quirks. Breathe 1 regeneration and the other 1 breathe shock absorption. All physical hits would be useless. You can only breathe counter the second one if he lets his breathe guard down or if you hit him until it can't take it breathe anymore, said Izuku. Thank you, my boy. You fought very well. Thank you for protecting the students when I wasn't here. Huh, breathe, how did you know breathe? Shoo, don't talk anymore. You are pretty beaten up and you lost a lot of blood. Now let me deal with the rest. He took Izuku and brought him to the other students. God, Izuku. You injuries are even worse than it seems from afar. I was so scared something happened to you. Oh, please hold on. Don't leave us, cried Uraraka. Oi, I'm not dead yet, said Izuku. All Might then left, crossed his arms and ran toward the Nomu. Carolina smash, yelled All Might and hit the Nomu on the chest. Seriously, no effect at all. Midoriya Shonen was right. All Might took the Nomu at the waist and slammed his head on the ground. But Kurogiri created a portal that Nomu grabbed All Might's injury. So you hope to drove him onto RHE concrete and seal his movement. IT wouldn't have worked. Nomu is as strong as you, and Wells won Kurogyri perfect timing, said Shigaraki. Nomu then trusted his finger deeper in the injury. What unbelievable power. Cut it out, that's my weak point, thought All Might. Impressive, for the first-time offenders, but prepare yourselves. I can't say I much like the idea of having blood and guts inside my gates, but if they're yours, I'll happily oblige. You see, it's the Noma's job to get around that blinding speed of yours and hold you down, and it's my job to close the warp gate on you while you're halfway through and immobilized, thereby cutting you in two, said Kurogyri. Izuku wanted to run toward All Might, but he didn't have the strength for it. But then Katsumi came, let out an explosion and held Kurogyri's neck. You slipped up, you BSD, and it's like I thought. The parts that you can turn into that foggy warp gate are limited, and you're using that misty CRP to hide your real body? Yeah, am I right that if your whole body was mist and physical attacks didn't work you'd never said, that was a close one, said Katsumi, pinning him down. You're good, but beating me up won't help. All Might, said Kurogyri. Are you sure we wanted to beat you up? Smirked Katsumi. Kurogyri then turned around to see Todoroki freezing the Nomu's right side. Our target was Nomu, but we needed to distract you first, said Todoroki in a monotone voice. Frosty.it must be Todoroki, such a precise control. She has just managed to not freeze me. Thanks to that his grips loosened. He jumped out of the Nomu's grip. Kurogyri moved trying to escape, but Katsumi prevent him by doing so. Don't move, that if I decide you're doing anything fishy, I'll blow you straight to Kingdom Come, said she. That's not really hero-like, said Kirishima. Not only you have beaten our level, but you're practically all at full health. Today's kids really are something else. Mainly that green-haired boy. Our League of Villains should be ashamed. Noma, take out the explosive brat, we need our escape route back. Nomu started to move and his frozen part started to break apart. Then it immediately regenerated and launched. Toward Katsumi.it punched her, sending her flying toward a wall. Bakugu/Kaken, yelled everyone. Bakugu. You dodged that, wow, said Kirishima. I didn't shut up. I couldn't see a thing. The smoke dissiped and a figure could be recognized. It was All Might. This guy doesn't know how to hold back. I wonder how young Midoriya could hold on so long against it. He took the hit for the kid, thought Shigaraki. What Midoribro fought that thing, thought Todoroki, Katsumi and Kirishima. Anything to save a comrade, right? Just like earlier when, that one, the injured one, that he came with everything he had, really impressive strength and reflexes for a kid, but violence in the name of saving others is admirable, isn't it, hero? You know what All Might.it sees me off. Heroes and villains both thrive on violence, but we are still categorized, you're good, you're evil. That's how it is, symbol of peace, In the end you are just a tool for violence, made to keep us down, and violence only breeds more violence. I'll show the world that by killing you, said Shigaraki. What a load of hooey. Idealistic criminals have different sort of fire in their eyes, but you are only enjoying yourself, you big liar. You got me, said he. It's 3 on 4, said Todoroki. These guys are some brutal dudes, but with us supporting All Might we can beat 'em back, said Kirishima. No, get out of here. Things wouldn't have gone so well if I hadn't stepped in. Right, you are Todoroki. So thanks for that, but fear not. Sit back and watch a pro get serious. I barely have a minute left and I'm weakening faster than expected, but I've got no choice here. Why? Because I am the symbol of peace, thought All Might. He launched himself toward the Nomu and they punched their fist at the same time. He's got shock absorption, you already saw it yourself, said Shigaraki. You're right, but it's like Midoriya Shonen said that it's absorption not negation, so he must have a limit. No, said he as he gave the Nomu many punches. Build to counter me, you say? Me to withstand everything I got? Then I will just go beyond that. A hero is always ready to smash through trouble. Tell me, villain, do you know the meaning of plus ultra? Said All Might, giving the Nomu the final punch, sending it flying out of the US. Like straight outra a comic, he just smashed his way past the absorption, the ultimate bruiser, and against that power the regeneration wasn't able to keep up with that rush of attacks, said Kirishima. So that is the top. The world of the pros, thought Todoroki and Katsumi. Yep, I'm slowing down. In my heyday, 5 of these punches would have been enough. But that's over 300 hits just now, and now my time is up. Well, villain, how about we hurry up and finish this? You cheater, you've weakened. Not that I can see that we're completely outmatched. How dare you do that to my Nomu, you cheater? He's not weak at all. They lied to me, said Shigaraki. Well, coming to get me. What happened with you will kill me. That if you can take me, then bring it on. Right, we're not ready for this level yet, said Todoroki. Bakugo, we oughta just hang back for now. Rush in and they might take you hostage or something, said Kirishima. Echich, I said I'm gonna rush in, yelled Katsumi. No, that's All Might is bluffing. That IT mixed in with the dust cloud, but that looks like the steam when he's transforming, thought Izuku. I can't move anymore to that Nomu or whatever was too strong. At this point, one more step and I'll lose my hold. I will revert to my true form, just a bit more. Keep them scared, just need to buy a little more time. Well, what is keeping you? If only we still had Nomu. If only. He was taking these hits so well, said Shigaraki, irritated. Shigaraki Tamura. Calm yourself. It's apparent that Nomu did manage to deal some real damage. These kids are holding back for some reason and reinforcements from the school are bound to arrive in a few minutes. But the 2 of us double-team him, we still have a chance, said Kurojiri. Yes. Right, that we can do this. The final boss is standing right there, murmured Shigaraki. All Might will take care of the big bads. Let go see if we can help the others, said Kirishima. Todoroki, Katsumi and Kirishima then walked toward the entrance. I'm the only one who knows. Thinking about it, the mist is probably the most dangerous one, then All Might's probably at his limit. If this mist manages to SCK him in, thought Izuku. The villains started to run toward All Might. Here they come, holy crap, quickly, everyone. Kurojiri created a large portal before All Might, wanting to SCK him in, but a thin, huge and black line, I don't know how to describe it, interrupted him from doing. That line left a straight deep line on the ground. At the other end of the line was Izuku holding greed. I'm the only one I knows the trouble he is in, thought he before passing out. Midoriya, it was. That I didn't know he could do that, said Kirishima in shock. Yeah, but he seems quite injured, said Todoroki as shocked as Kirishima. Arg, that kid. Kurojiri, change of plans, we kill that kid, said Shigaraki, irritated. Kurojiri created a gate and they appeared beside Izuku. Shigaraki wanted to touch his head, but his hand was shoot. Sorry everyone, we are a little late, said Netsu. Tisium, the heroes are here, we have no chance against them. That I may have failed here, symbol of peace, but the next time we meet you're dead, All Might, said Shigaraki, disappearing into the gate Kurojiri created. What the pros have to face, what they are up against. The students of Class 1A were confronted with that far too soon. This attack would be the start of a greater incident to come, but of course they had no way to know of that. Sorry for the confusing chapter, so I will try to explain it now to you. Izuku's punch at full power is like All Might at 36% of his strength, so of course it was easier for All Might to beat Nomu. All Might also has more experience. 2. Izuku couldn't use greed because he would slice everything in 2, destroying the USJ and not the Nomu since he can regenerate, and it could bring the other students endangered. He could only use him at the end because Todoroki, Kirishima and Katsumi moved out of the way and Nomu wasn't there anymore. 3. The last attack, Izuku concentrated his last amount of ki in greed to provoke such a damage. Anyway, thank you. We have almost 2K readers, and thanks to the ones who voted for this story. Love ya all. And sorry for the late post, that I will try to update every 5th day. Words, 3672. Chapter 9. What in tarnation, said Snipe. They just fled, and after such a dramatic invasion, said Midnight. They took us completely off guards, but let's concern ourselves with the students' well-being for now, said Netsu. And oh, said Cementos. This is bad, thought All Might. Our teachers, all those pros, gathered here. Looks like there was no attack on the school itself, said Todoroki. All Might, that was a fight that I call manly. Are you all right? Yelled Kirishima, running toward All Might. That Kirishima has a good heart. But wait, I'll be found out at no. Stay back. Crayon? Wait, we need to make sure all the rest of you students are safe, so head over to the gate, said Cementos. Makes sense, Roger that, said Kirishima and ran toward the entrance, but suddenly stopped and said, Please take care of Midoriya, he looked badly hurt. Don't worry that we will take care of him, answered Cementos. Thanks, that was close, Cementos. I'm a fan of yours, you notice. Oh, let's get you to the nurse's office without revealing this side of you. But honestly, you have got to stop overdoing it, said Cementos. I'd be dead if I hadn't overdone it. They were just that strong. Ow, I was shoot. Both arms and both legs that we got crushed that he got no mu too. Our cannon fodder was taken down by a flash that even those kids were strong. The symbol of peace is in perfect health. You were wrong, MSTR, said Shigaraki. No, I wasn't, we merely got ahead of ourselves. Yes, that we underestimated him. Good thing that the League of Villains came cheap. Anyway, what of our creation, Nomu? Did you retrieve him? Asked. He was sent flying, and unless we ascertain his precise coordinates, no amount of warping will let us find him. That I just couldn't spare the time back there, answered Kurogyri. After all that trouble we went through to make him as strong as All Might. Well, that's too bad. A real shame, said. Strong. Right, that there was 1.1 kid who seemed just as strong as All Might. His super strength quirk was not as strong as his, but he could damage Nomu quite a lot, and it seems that he could also read his moves. That I think he also didn't show us everything he had, said Shigaraki. Oh, said? Intrigued. Without that pest, we might have killed All Might, but that kid, that brat, said Shigaraki, furious. No use crying over spilled milk. This endeavor was not a complete loss. Find stronger troops, take all the time you need. We can't move freely, that's why we need a symbol like you, Tamura Shigaraki. Next time, the world will know of the terror you represent, said. Outside you. 16, 17, 18, 19 beside the one with blood loss. Looks like they are all unharmed. We're gonna get you kids back to the classroom for now, said a detective. Detective, what about Aizawa-sensei? Asked Tsuyu. Both arms were smashed to splinters. His face is also fractured. Thankfully, he doesn't have any brain damage. 13 has terrible lacerations across his back and upper arms, but his life isn't in danger. All Might's injuries aren't life-threatening either. It's possible that Recovery Girl's healing will be enough for him, so he's gone off to the nurse office, said the detective. And Deku/Midoriya, said Uraraka and Ida in simultaneous. Midoriya, that injured kid, I suppose he's the most injured. He has some broken ribs, his lungs were also touched, but not as severely. His arm was also smashed to splinters. That it will leave some scars, but the biggest deal is his left EYIT has been cut in two and it's pretty deep. Unfortunately, he won't be able to see with it anymore. On top of that, he suffers of blood loss. The chance that he survives is small, said he, truly worried. No, said mostly everyone, and Uraraka started to cry and Momo felt guilty. He lost his eye because of me, she said, and started to cry. The others tried to comfort them. We'll need to completely revamp our security systems, said Netsu. Teleportation quirks are rare enough. Shame one of them had to go and turn villain, said Midnight. Detective Tsukachi. I have a report that we have apprehended what seems to be a villain in a thicket about 400 meters from here, said a police officer. In what condition? Said the detective. He seemed unharmed and he didn't resist arrest. Oddly enough, he is not responding in any way. He appears to be mute, explained the officer. Principal, I'd like to go over the school with a fine-toothed comb, if you don't mind, said Tsukachi. Of course, I'm sure some won't be happy, but the police certainly have jurisdiction. Investigations are your field of expertise. Do what you feel is necessary, said Netsu. U.A infirmary. The situation is what it was. That I can't scold you this time, said Recovery Girl. I think I have probably shortened my time limit again. I'll be lucky if I still get an hour a day. What are you gonna do? Bad things happen. Pardon me, long time no see, All Might, said the detective. Tsukachi. Didn't know you were here. Not to rush you, but I'd like to ask about these villains, All Might, said he as All Might interrupted him. Hold on, first are the students All Right and Izaw Dash, Eraserhead and 13? The two teachers are out of danger for now and the students are all right beside the one who was sent to the hospital. I see, how is he doing? Bad, the chance that he will survive is low. Everything is my fault, if only I was there sooner he wouldn't be. No, you're wrong. If you three heroes hadn't put your life on the line the other student wouldn't have made it out unscathed. No, if Midoriya wasn't there the students would be all dead. Huh, what do you mean? The teachers were already out 30 minutes before I went there. The one who hindered the villains to hurt the other student was Midoriya. What that kid could hold that long, unbelievable. But it's true, I saw it myself. The detectives I widened. And you're wrong, all the students put their life on the line, not to be thrown into a real battle so young and survive. Now these first years that knows how scary the big bad world can be. Have you ever heard of such a class? Those foolish villains picked the wrong fight. Because the members of Class 1A are going to be mighty heroes indeed, that I'm going to make sure of it. Time skip. Classes were cancelled the next 2 weeks, but they couldn't rest easy. Izuku's POV. I made my way to the classroom when I heard Ida yelling. Everyone! Morning homeroom's about to begin in 5 minutes. To your seat. We're sitting, you are the only one up, and why do we have to calm down when it only start in 5 minutes, said Zero. I laughed and everyone turned their head faster than any normal human being could. Yo, said I at a moment of silence, then everyone started to run toward me and hugged me. Demon, I thought you would die, snobbed Uraraka. Demon dude, you worried everyone, and I thought you would be hospitalized for more than 2 months. You healed Demon fast, that's manly, said Kirishima, tightened his fist and let out a small tear. Yes, I am more robust than you think I am. You don't kill me easily, said I. We already discovered that at the USJ, said Zero. I underestimated you, Midoriya, said Todoroki. I knew that this injuries would be nothing for Mido, said Ishido. Said the one who was one of the most worried, said Zero. But it left some scares, said Sato. Yeah, but now you look way more intimidating and manly because of your scar on the eye, said Kirishima. I smiled, happy to know that it don't disgust them. Pfiou, I was afraid that he loses his cuteness, but it seems I was wrong, murmured Ishido, but we still all heard it, but we acted like we didn't. Midoriya, I am sorry that it's because of me that you lost your eye, said Momo, looking at the ground. Hey Momo, it's not your fault, it's me who jumped to protect you, so it's my own fault, and it's just an eye, it's not like I would die. It's only an eye. You say that so calmly and like it was nothing, but the most would totally panic or be depressed, said Ojiro. To your info, you practically die because of blood loss, added Tokoyami. Ugh, was the only thing I could say. Everyone quiet down, and go to your seat, said Aizawa. Glad to see you doing well, sensei, yelled Ida. If you can call that doing well, even Deku-kun looks better than him, although he was way more injured, said Uraraka. My welfare isn't important, so I wanted to announce that the direction decided that you will now live into the dorms till you graduate. This will have many advantages, that it's possible that the League of Villains is after one of you because of a strong quirk or something. Especially you Midoriya, since they wanted to kill you several times, that it would be safer for all of you if pro-heroes are near you to protect all of you, that we already asked you parents and they all agreed, so you will be moving in 1 week, said Aizawa. So cool, so it's like we live with our friends, said Ishido. Hee, this is a dream becoming true, said Mineta, drooling. If looks would kill, all the girl would have killed Mineta. Oi girl, calm down, don't worry, we boys would watch over him, right Midoriya bro, said Kirishima. Oh, since we will live together now you could call me Izuku if you want, said I. Alright, Izubro, then call me Kiri, I or bro. Kirishima. Then call me Mina, said Ishido. We, 2 per Emapella Yuga? Yes, you can call me Yuga, said Aoyama. Fumikage, said Tokoyami. Touru, said Hagakure, and so on. Now quiet, we will start. Homeroom, said Aizawa. The dorms were finished just 3 days ago and are a 5 minutes walk from the main building. Heights Alliance, this is our new home. Sorry, it's kinda a short chapter. I have a lot to do next week. Oh, it's possible that the next chapter gonna be even shorter. I'm sorry. Words, 1713. Chapter 10. Third person's POV. Wah, it's huge. We're some lucky kids, said Mina. Now they're class 1. I'm glad to see you all here. There is one building for each class, girls in the right and boys on the left. The first floor is a common area, said Aizawa. Inside of the building. Your dining hall, bath and laundry rooms are here, said Aizawa. So spacious, wow, yelled Mina excited. We've even got a courtyard, said Ciro. Swanky livin', said Ochako fainting. Did I hear that right? The bath and the laundry are in the common area. Why dreams come true, said Mineta. They're split up by gender and that's enough out of you, got it, said Aizawa. The students walked toward the elevator and went to the second floor. The rooms start on the second floor. 3 boys' room and 3 girls' room on each floor. 5 floors in all. 1 student per room. That you've got air conditioners, toilets, refrigerators and closets. Enjoy the luxuries, said Aizawa. We even have a veranda, said Ida. The closets here are just as big as mine back home, said Momo. Just how rich are you? asked Toru. Swanky livin', said Ochako fainting again. See, these are you room assignments. I in the second floor Sato, Ciro, Aoyama, Yayarozu and Azui. On the third floor Koda, Kaminari, Ojiro, Jiro and Hagakure. On the fourth Shoji, Ida, Tokoyami, Uraraka and Ishido, and finally on the fifth Mineta, Midoriya, Kirishima, Bakugu and Todoroki, and Midoriya. Don't let Mineta peek on the girls. I'm counting on you, said Aizawa. Don't worry, Kiri and me are watching over him, said Izuku. My best bro gave me a nickname. I'm so happy. He accepted my manliness, thought Kirishima, ready to cry. Good, the luggage you sent over earlier should already be in your rooms. Today's set aside for settling in. We'll talk about what comes next tomorrow. Don't worry, I won't waste your weekend. I also want to sleep, so I will shorten it. You are dismissed, said Aizawa. Yes, sensei, yelled everyone. Oh boy, not saying it was anything good that led us here, but still I'm excited about us living all together, said Kaminari. I'm pooped, said Kirishima. Communal living, yet another way to train our sense of law and order, said Ida. Don't hurt yourself there, Mr. Robot, said Ciro. You boys all finished with your rooms? Asked Mina, followed by all the other girls. Yeah, we're just relaxing now, said Kaminari. So yeah, we have been talking and we've got an idea. How about we have a peek to each other's rooms? Said Mina. 2 minutes later. Oh, that I don't feel this is a good idea, said Kaminari, worried. Oh, come on, this will be fun. Now to the first room, Aoyama, said Mina. Aoyama's room. Too shiny. Not shiny, twinkly, said Aoyama. Pretty much that we expected, said Mina. Nothing surprising really, said Toru. Sato's room. My room is kinda boring really, said Sato. Your room is kinda normal, nothing special, said Kiri. But something smells good, said Ojiro. Oh no, I was such in rush that I must have forgotten this. I was baking a chiffon cake. I wanted to share it with everyone, said Sato, looking at his oven. It really be better with frosting, but want some, said he, and cut the cake. Tasty, so light and fluffy, said Uraraka. What a charming hobby you have, Sato. We'll have to get together to combine your confections with my tea, said Momo. I wasn't ready for this reaction. I only make those things to help train my quirk, said Sato. Darn, guess we should have expected something tasty from someone who's called Sugarman, said Ciro. What timing though, yum, said Kiri. Next up is you, Ciro, said Tur. Ciro's room. Oh, how exotic, said Mina. I love it, said Uraraka. Never guessed you'd be so stylish, Ciro, said Jiro. Surprised, right, said Ciro. Time for the third floor, said Uraraka. Ojiro's room. Whoa, it really is plain, said Mina. Yup, just the plainest room you could have, agreed Uraraka. If you've got nothing nice to say. Kaminari's room. It's just fun and games, said Mina. He's got a little of everything, said Jiro. You don't like? Asked Kaminari. Koda's room. There is a bunny, so cute, said Uraraka, and Mina playing with it. No fair, using a pet is cheating, Koda, This ain't right, said Kaminari. Yet for once we agreed and I'm not satisfied either, said Ojiro. Indeed, agreed Tokoyami. Me too, said Aoyama. Isn't it weird that only the boys have to present their rooms? This is an exhibition, right? So if we're gonna pick a winner, then it is only natural that we see the girls' room too. Who's the best interior decorator in class? That's what we are here to decide, yelled Mineta. For once you have a great idea, said Mina. So we're here to decide the king of rooms, said Mina. He now it'll happen naturally. I get to feast my eyes on the girls' room, thought Mineta. I'm sleepy, thought Todoroki. Boys wing 4th floor. This floor's got Ida, Shoji and Tokoyami right, asked Uraraka. Oof. Ridiculous, said Tokoyami. Standing in front of his door, Mina and Hagakure then pushed him out of the way and entered his room. Dark and scary, yelled the two. Demon you all, said Tokoyami. Depressed. I remember buying keychains like this in middle school, said Kiri looking at the keys. Next Ida, said Mina. Ida's room. All these high-level books, that's Ida for sure. Nothing out of ordinary, said Ida. PFFFF, he's obsessed with glasses, said Uraraka looking at a collection of glasses. Is that so unreasonable? I expect to go through many pairs during our intense training, said Ida. Now Shoji's turn. There's nothing interesting really, said he. Shoji's room. Nothing interesting, more like nothing at all, yelled Mina. There is only a little desk and a futon, Japanese bed laid on the floor, actually a mattress. Let's head up to the 5th floor. We will start with you, Kirishima. Whatever you say, you girls probably won't get it, said Kiri. Kiri's room. This manliness, yelled Kiri. Said Mina. In the room you wouldn't want your boyfriend to have rankings your second, said Toru. It's so macho in here that I'm getting swole, said Uraraka staring at a poster where's written, burning up with manliness. Come on, said Kiri happily, and they headed out the room for the next. Now is my room, girls come in, said Mineta. The girls turned around and went away. So who's the next one? It's Aizu, said Mina. Our class most capable student, thought Momo. Our class best-looking guy, thought Mina. What could the always badass Izuku's room be like? I'm on pins and needles, thought Toru. Oh, where is he? My bro wasn't here the whole time, said Kiri. Even if he's not here we will peek, said Toru. Wait, no, you are interrupting his private space, said Kiri. What is there to hide? We won't go look in his lockers, and we won't go in if it's locked, said Mina. You got a point, Argoke, said Kiri. Yay! Yelled all the girls and opened the door. Lucky, it's not locked, said Toru and opened the door v'd open. What is that? A metal stick, because of this we can't enter, said Uraraka. Wait, that isn't this weight? Asked Jiro. And no way that this is a weight, it's double our size. It must be really heavy, said Mina. No, Jiro's right, it's weight that I knew that he would be strong, but this is too much. So manly, said Kiri, proud of Izuku. Sato, can you try to move it with your quirk? Said Momo. Ugh, I will try that. I never lift up such a weight, said he and activated his quirk. He tried to lift it up but he could only move it a little. The other boys tried to help him but it was hopeless. Breathe, DMN, that thing is impossible to move. Breathe, said Kaminari. Breathe, this is heavy, said Siro. Guys, what are you doing outside my room? Asked Izuku. Izuku, right timing that we are doing a contest. The one who has the most appealing room wins. Please don't be mad at us, said Mina. Why should I be mad that I have nothing to hide, said he. A pawn collection, said Mineta. Why, I'm absolutely not interested in those things. What impossible, every man has at least one DVD, said Kaminari, but he was interrupted. Hey Izuku, where were you? Asked Momo. Oh, I was running, I just finished my shower. Hey Deku, could you please remove this weight? We would like to see your room, if you don't mind, said Ochako. Of course, I'm sorry for it. I wanted to ask Aizawa-sensei if I could let it in the training room, said he and lifted this DMN huge weight easily with one hand. PFF, DMN, are you even human? Yelled everyone. How many kg does this weight? Asked Siro. Oh, 50 tons, did I think, said Izuku in a monotone voice. What? How can you stay neutral when you're saying that this isn't normal? Yelled everyone. Now, calm down, come we enter in his room, said Kiri. Hi 3. Izuku's room. Whoa, your room is so cool, said Mina. Such a huge TV, said Siro. Oh, there's even an electric guitar. Can you play it? Asked Jiro. Yes, said Izuku. Wow, these guns on the walls are cool. Do you use them? Asked Ochako. I used to, but now that I have my sword I don't need them anymore. I didn't want to waste the money, so I decided to use them as a decoration. Wow, really, who uses guns as a decoration? Sari was out of ideas, said he. What do you mean by I have my SW dash? Asked Uraraka, but was interrupted by Mineta and Kaminari. Nothing. Where does he hides it? Said they, searching for any Pawn DVD. What are you searching? Asked Mina. Pawn, said Mineta. I already said I'm not interested in Pawn, said Izuku. No way, said Kaminari and Mineta in simultaneous. He isn't interested in Pawn? Thought all the girls. Now Bakuga should be the next one, but she said it was boring and went to bed, so it's on Todoroki, said Kirishima. Let's just get over with, I'm tired, said she. A Japanese-style room. It's even built differently than ours, yelled Mina. My family home is traditionally Japanese, so I don't like modern flooring, said Todoroki. How'd ya remodel you room in one day? Asked Siro. Midoriya helped me, said she. I haven't thought about it, I should have asked help, said Ochako. Next my room, right, said Mina. Mina's room. Tada! Pretty cute, right? Said she. I won't call this cute, this is wild, said Siro. Uraraka's room. Welcome to my boring room, said Ochako. Oh, said everyone. Walking around and to see all these girls' rooms like it's no big deal, it feels wrong, said Ojiro. The Forbidden Garden, said Tokoyami. Next Jiro, said Mina. This is embarrassing, said Jiro. Jiro's room. There are even more instruments than we thought, yelled Kaminari. You're one rockin' girl, Jiro. Can you really play all these? Asked Ochako. Somewhat, yeah, said Jiro. Nothing girly about this room, said Kaminari. Non, mademoiselle, said Aoyama. Moving on, next, said she as she used her quirk on the two boys. Next is me, Hagakure, said Toru. Jumping around. Hagakure's room. Well, asked she. Oh, kinda what I expected from a girl, pretty exciting, said Kaminari. Now next is Tiu, said Uraraka. Tsuyu's room. Wah, so cute. There are frog plushes everywhere, said Ochako. I must agree it's cute, said Ojiro. Stop touching the others' things, Uraraka, said Ida. But it's so cute, said Ochako. It's alright, you can keep it. I have enough of them, Karo, Ribbit, said Tsuyu. Yay! Now last up is Yaoyorozu, said Ojiro. Before we go in, let me say that I miscalculated compared to all your rooms, which are all so unique and original, said she as she opened her door. Mine's a bit cramped. Huge but cramped. What happened, Yaoyorozu? Said Kiri. This is the same stuff I use back home, but I'd never expected our rooms here would be quite so small, said Momo. What a princess, thought everyone. First floor common area. Oki has. Everyone finished voting, and remember, don't vote for yourself. With Bakugu out of the running, the provisional second king of room is dealt with 6 votes total. The student whose room crushed our expectations with its sweet originality is Rikudo Sato, yelled Mina. Hummy, said Sato. Can I go to sleep now? Said Todoroki. Wait, this is the second king, the first that. Hey, this isn't a surprise, we all know who the winner is, said Mina. Yeah, said everyone. Of course it's Izuku, said Momo. Yeah, clearly no surprise, said Mina, throwing the piece of paper behind her. Huh, why my room is the most weird one, said Izuku. What, no, it's really cool. All those guns. Like pew pew pew, said Ochako, imitating a secret agent, and everyone's sweat dropped. By the way, you got 10 votes, said Mina. Can I now go to sleep? Asked Todoroki. Yes, said Mina. So it wasn't as short as I thought. That I should actually learn for history. I have test tomorrow, but I don't want it out. I don't understand anything. That I'm a piece of shit in history. Anyways, thank you for 3K. Words, 2247. Chapter 11. Izuku's POV. Three-tai, itai auk, said a small me, tripping over a branch. What Izuku, are you okay? Your knee is bleeding really badly, said my younger mom. It hurts, said I crying. It all re-dash, said my younger dad, but stopped noticing that my injuries were healing. Ah, is this your quirk, a healing quirk? That I'm so happy, Hisashi, Inko's husband. Our son can be a really good hero with this quirk, said mom. Yeah, said dad with a creepy smile on his face. Hey honey, do you mind if I take our son somewhere to test his quirk's limit? Said dad, still smiling. Yeah, but don't hurt him, said mom. Don't worry, I would never do this, said he as his eyes were hiding by the shadow of his hair, smiling even creepier than before. Can I take him now? Said he, now with a lovely smile and face. But he has school, said mom. Don't worry, I will homeschooling him. All right. Thank you, but honey, I'd like that you won't peek. I want to keep Izuku's progress a surprise for you. I will make sure that he will be a hero, said dad. I'm okay, but I would like to see my son, said mom, thinking it is kinda suspicious. Don't worry, I will send you pictures. 1 month and a half later, in some dark room. Odie. This hurts, cried I as my father whipped me. Stop yelling and endure the pain, said dad, and continued to WP me. Ha, your quirk is clearly something, said he as my injuries were already healed. Why sob are you sob doing this? Why? Because Papa wanna know how strong your quirk is. But you don't have to go that far. Mommy will be sad. Shut up, you useless brat, that I don't care about that woman, that I will tell you something. I only married her because of her quirk. If I would have a kid with her, the possibility would be high that the kid would have a good quirk, but I didn't expected it to be that good. Ha, I clearly made a mistake by marrying her. That idiot woman didn't even notice my true intentions. Everything is following my plan. Ha. So you don't love mommy nor me. Yeah, I never liked that beach, but you are a whole other story. Without you my plan wouldn't be so good. Your quirk is clearly the best. You can't die by starvation, torture, blood loss and so on. That I've tried everything, but you won't die and you would heal immediately. You are clearly the best. 3 days later. So is this the kid? Said a man. Yeah. Can you do what I asked you to do, all for one? Of course, said all for one. He then put his hand on my face. It's all right, I have it, said he. Now give it to me, said dad, and all for one did as he told. So wait a few minutes, you will be able to use it in 15 min, said all for one. Ha 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 ha, nothing can stop me now. Ha, Bilm, ha, what is going on, said dad. Boss, the heroes are here, said a villain. Who, that woman isn't such an idiot after all. We're leaving, said dad. And what about the kid, said the villain. Leave him here, that I don't need him anymore, said he, and he left the room. A minute later I heard some voices. Here is no one. Here neither, said 2 persons, and opened the door of the room I was in. The man froze. What wrong? Said a woman, and looked inside the room and also froze. What the f went here? Said the woman. There is blood everywhere and not in a small quantity. Are all those torture tools? Said the man. Don't hurt me, please, that I will do anything you want, said I. And then they looked at me. I was terrified. A kid, don't say me this, blood on the floors and the walls are yours, said he, traumatized at the scene. The woman started to cry heavily. Don't hurt me, said I. Don't worry kid, we are heroes, we are here to save you, said he, coming closer to me. I flinched. We won't do anything, said the man. He took the chains that held me against the wall and broke them. 2 other heroes followed, and then everything went black. Dreamin'. Breathe, what the F was that? A nightmare. It looked so real, thought I, sweating. Why am I even dreaming about things like that? I looked at the time and it was 10, since it was Sunday and I had nothing to do. I promised my mother that I'm gonna visit her. I prepared myself and quitted the dorms. I went in the train and arrived at my house. I couldn't stop thinking about that nightmare. It looked so real. Come on, stop that bullshit. But arg, I will ask mom when I go home. Are you all right? You are making some faces. Don't worry, I'm all right. Time skip at home. Hey mom. Izu, it was only 2 days, but I was already worried something happened to you. She ran toward me and hugged me. Mom, you don't need to worry anymore. I am big enough to look after myself. I know, but since that incident, I cannot stop worrying about you. My eyes widened. Mom, what do you mean by that incident? Oh, nothing. Alright, I think it's time for you to know the truth. Mom, does this has to do something with Dad? She nodded. Mom, did I had a regeneration quirk when I was small? What, how do you know? I looked at her and explained the nightmare that I had. That nightmare isn't a nightmare. This are you true memories, she said and cried. But how there is no way I would forget such a memory. It is because of me that you forgot about it. After the heroes rescued you, they decided to bring you to someone who could modify memories that we also discovered that your father stole your quirk. Sob, I'm sorry Izu. I'm sorry Sob, because of me and my blind love toward you father you had to go through all this Sob, cried she. Hey, it's all right that it's not your fault that I'm alive, Arnett, this is all what matters. Sniff, hit. Time skip next day. Third person's POV. Good morning everyone, how was your moving into the dorms? Asked Aizawa. Very well, thank you for asking, said Ida. Now I have some news, you all know that the sport festivals are slowly approaching, said Aizawa. Is this okay? We had a villain's attack 3 weeks ago, asked Ojiro. It's necessary to demonstrate that you data crisis management protocols are sound, that's the thinking, apparently. Compared to last year there'll be 5 times the police presence. Anyhow, the sport festivals are the greatest opportunity you'll get. It's not an event that can be cancelled over a few villains. Our sport festival is one of Japan's biggest events. The Olympics were once World Sports Festival. The whole country would be whipped into a frenzy over them. But as you know, that tradition has shrunk in scale to a shell of its former self. And as far as Japan is concerned, what's taken the place of Olympics is the U-Data Sport Festival, said Aizawa. The nation's pro heroes will all be watching, right? They will be there as scouts, said Momo. They'll be looking to hire us as sidekicks after we graduate, that's how it's done, said Kaminari. And a lot of these sidekicks never manage to go solo. They are sidekicks forever, said Jiro. Naturally, you'll gain valuable experience and popularity if you are picked up by a big-name hero, but your time is limited. Show the pros what you are made of here, and you'll make futures for yourselves. This happens once a year, so you have got 3 chances. If you're hoping to become a hero, this is an event you can't miss. You have 2 months to train, don't waste them, said Aizawa. Time skip, lunch it. Then I'm so pumped, yelled Kiri. If we show our stuff here, that's one big step towards going pro, said Siro. Everyone is so excited, said Izuku. And you aren't. This is our chance to add our names to the ranks of heroes. Of course we are in high spirits, said Ida. You got a funny way to show it, Ida? You weird, said Tsuyu. Deku, Ida, at this sports festival, let's do our best, said Uraraka with a determined yet scary face. What happened to your face, Uraraka? Yelled Kiri. What that you're not looking very Uraraka, said Mina. Everyone, I'm going to crush this, yelled she and punched the air. Yeah, yelled everyone and did the same as Uraraka. Time skip, 2 minutes. Uraraka, why do you want to become a hero? Said Izuku. Well, that it's because of money that I know it's not very hero-like you or Ida, but my parents runs a construction company, but business is bad that we are poorer than poor, said she. Construction, said Ida. I see, so if you have your hero license you could help them, said Izuku. Yeah, but they refuse my help. They said I should realize my own dream. But I'm gonna be a hero, I will earn money, so that mom and dad can have easier lives, said Ochako. Bravo, bravo, yelled Ida. Please don't tell anyone about it, said Ochako. Midoriya Shonen, found you. All might, said Izuku. Midoriya, I need to talk to you right now, is that okay? Izuku looked at Ida and Ochako and they noted that he then followed All Might in the break room. Midoriya, I need to ask you something, please answer honestly. Alright, go on. I will go straight to the point. Do you know what ki is? Remember I changed aura into ki. He knows about ki, that of course he knows he's the #1 hero, thought Izuku. Greed, do think I can tell him? Don't worry, he's the symbol of peace, we can trust him. That if you want you can also tell about me. Yeah, I know what it is, answered Izuku. You can also use it, right? Yeah, I can, but I can't use it properly. Since when did you knew about it and train to use it? 10 months before you. How did you knew about it? Izuku then pointed at the sword and answered, greed. Huh, greed? Greed is this sword right here. I think you already noticed that something was wrong with it. Yeah. So greed is actually a sword from a different war dash. Just let me explain. Izuku nodded. Greed told All Might the whole story. All Might was clearly shocked and surprised to hear a sword talking. I see. Midoriya Shonen, I actually asked you about ki, because I wanted to train you. Will you accept? Wait, why me? You have the spirit of a true hero and I had that proof when you fought Nomu at the USJ. So your answer? I accept. Good, that I won't be able to train you the first month, so I will train you the second to be at Dagoba Beach at 5:30. Hi. Time skip, 3 days, Izuku's room. Knock knock. Come in, said Izuku. Todoroki, can I help you? Midoriya, can I talk to you? Asked Todoroki. Sure, what do you want to talk about? You know that my father is Endeavor, the number 2 hero, and why dad he is a powerful BSRD who only thinks of becoming stronger. He's gone all out to make a name for himself as a hero, but he's always seen that living legend All Might as a roadblock and an eyesore, and why father could never beat All Might on his OWSO. He came up with another plan. Quirk marriage, have you heard of that? Yeah, I think there is no other in class who knows it better than me. Strong individuals would choose a partner and force them into marriage for the sole purpose of passing on a strengthened version of their own quirk, right? With his wealth and fame, my father made my mother family agree to the marriage, all to get hands on her quirk, raising me as a hero who could exceed All Might just to fulfill his own ambitions. I hate it, being no more than a tool for that human garbage. Yes, I remember it. Mom was always crying. I can't stand to see that left side of yours, she said before throwing scalding water in my face. In short, I won't use my left side. Never using my rotten father's quirk is my revenge on him. So I will crush you. Without using it at the sport festival, she said and walked away. I could see tears in the corner of her eyes. Wait, Todoroki. She turned around. I have a similar experience. You told me yours, so I will tell you mine. I trust you, so please don't tell it to anyone. My father is a villain. He passed as a normal person to become close to my mother and married her. So he created me to fulfill his plan in becoming the number 1 villain. Only he didn't expect that my quirk would be that strong. So when my quirk manifested, he asked my mother if he could test my quirk. She accepted, not thinking that he would hurt me, but she was wrong. He tortured me. He did all kind of thing to me to check if my quirk was good enough for him. Then he brought a man. Then man had the possibility to steal and transfer quirks. So he stole my quirk and gave it to my father. The heroes found me and I was so mentally destroyed that they took the decision to modify my memories. I only learned recently about it. Todoroki stood there, eyes widened, not knowing what to say. She didn't expect it that someone had a worse experience than her. But if you were tortured, how is it possible that you don't have scars? Said she. Simple. I had a regeneration quirk. It was that strong that it even brought me back to life. You know, I'm very grateful to the heroes. If they hadn't been there, I could for sure not move on because of the traumatism. I could never forgive that old fart for what he did to me and my mother, and I will do everything in my power to stop his plan. So Todoroki, it is impossible for you to be the number 1 hero without using your left side. You're insulting the people who gives their best to be the number 1. Todoroki, your power is your own, not your father's. You may have the same quirk, the same eyes and hair, but you are not him. You are Todoroki Shoko and nobody else. Katsumi's POV. I made my way to my room when I noticed Todoroki knocking on Deku's door. I thought that it was kinda weird that Canadian flag talks to someone, so I hid behind the door when Deku let her in. I heard the whole conversation. Deku was tortured? No way, he must be lying. Deku doesn't have a quirk, but if you think about it, the month where he missed school, the way he looked lifeless when he came back. His father disappearing, everything fit together. Why didn't he talk about it with me? Was I such a bad friend? Yeah. Izuku's POV. A day later, at lunch. Deku-kun, yelled Uraraka running toward me. Deku-kun, could you please train me? You're really good at hand-to-hand fights, and I would like to know how to fight since my quirk isn't suitable at fighting. Yes, of course I have time for the first month. After I will train by myself. Is this okay? Yes, of course, thank you so much. Izumi too, said Mina. Izuku, me too if it's possible. said Momo. Okay, who else want to? Raise your hand, said Izuku, Jiro, Toru, Tsuyu, and surprisingly also Todoroki. Raised their hands. Thank you Midoriya for yesterday, said Todoroki. It's nothing, it's a hero's job to help people. 1 month later. The girls did very good with training. I leaned to Ochako how to use martial arts and the other girls special moves with their quirks. I was now training with All Might and he taught me more about controlling my ki. It was hard. Hey, sorry for the late update. The heroes who saved Izuku were All Might, Aizawa, Present Mike and Midnight. Words, 27-24. Chapter 12. All Might muscle form. All Might true form. Izuku. Thinking. Telepathy between Greed and Izuku. Izuku's POV. 2 weeks later, break room. Just 50 minutes? Yes, my time limit's getting shorter by the day. I can barely maintain my muscle form for an hour. It's that bad. I'm sorry. PFF. Don't apologize. We're so alike you and I, said All Might falling back with the couch. In all honesty my time as I've got left as symbol of peace is quick running out. And those with villainous intent there are some who've started to realize that. So I searched someone who has a strong hero sense to train him to be the next symbol of peace, which is you. The sports festival, it's an event the whole country will be watching. And that means just one thing for us. You, the next All Might, the fledgling symbol. I need you to tell the world I'm here. After school classroom. Whoa, what's going on? Said Ochako looking at all the students out of the classroom. No way out. What are they here for? Said Mineta. Scoping out the competition, duh, small fry. 'Cause we're the kids who survived a villain attack, makes sense they'd want to look before the sports festival. No point, thought, move aside, extras, said Katsumi. Don't call those we don't know extras, yelled Ida. It's true. We came to get a look, but you sure are modest. Are all the kids in the hero course like this one? Gotta say I'm a little disillusioned if this is what you're offering. Those who didn't make the hero course are stuck in general studies and the other tracks. There are quite a few of us. Did you know of that? Depending on the result of this sports festival they might consider transferring us to the hero course. I understand the reverse is also possible for you. Scoping out the competition for a general studies kid like me. This will be the perfect chance to knock you off your pedestal. Consider this as a declaration of war, said a purple-haired guy. You all know who it is. I'm sorry for Bakuga's behavior and you are right, you have the chance to be transferred to the hero course. I also wish you good luck. But we, the student of 1A, would do their best to win the sports festival and don't expect us to go easy on you. I accept your declaration of war. We also won't go easy on you. Third person's POV. 2 weeks later. Those security checks taking forever, said a journalist. No helping it. They're on guard after that villain attack and a lot of people are speaking out against the event this year, said another one. Controverting means higher ratings for us. And at the center of it all Class 1A. Given that they always put their experience to good strategic use and give it their all for this last chance, the third years usually take center stage, but all eyes are on the first years this time around. 1A prep room. Is everyone good and ready? The events are about to begin, yelled Ida. I wish I could have worn my costume, said Shoji. They're not allowed in the interest of fairness, said Ojiro. Hey, we should get ready, we should go now, said Aizu and everyone nodded. Gather round, mass media. It's time to see the high schoolers you know and love reveal in their youth. It's a sports festival. Everybody, are you ready? Yelled Present Mike. Yeah, yelled the crowd. It's a sports festival. The one time each year when our fledgling heroes compete in a ruthless grand battle. First up, you know who I'm talking about. The miraculous rising stars who brushed off a villain attack with their steely willpower. The first years of the hero course. It's Class A. Following by Class B, it's Classes C, D, and E of General Studies. And here come the support course classes, F, G, and H. And the business course, yelled Present Mike. Now for the athlete's oath, said Midnight. The first year's ref this time is the R-rated hero Midnight. What about the principal? He's always assigned to the third-year stage. R-rated, should she really be in a high school? Asked Tokoyami. Shut it. Pipe down, your student representative is from class 1A Bakugu Katsumi, said Midnight. Ha, it's Bakugu. Izuku, shouldn't it be you since you ranked first in the entrance exam? Asked Momo. Yeah, it should, but I asked Midnight if Katsumi could make the speech, since I'm no good with speeches, said Izuku. This is only you who thinks it. Did you say something? No. The athlete's oath. Make no mistake about it, I'm gonna take first place, said Katsumi, and everyone complained about it. Ugh, it was a mistake to let Katsumi take my place, said Izuku. Yeah, Momo agreed. Now without any delay, let's get the first event started. These are the qualifiers. It's in this stage that so many are sent home crying every year. And the fateful first event this year is an obstacle course race. It's a race between every member of all 11 classes. The course is a 4-kilometer lap around the stadium itself. Our school preaches freedom in all things, So as long as you don't go off the course, anything is fair game. Racers, to your positions, said Midnight. Sir, yelled Midnight. The gate is too narrow. I thought the starting gate itself is, thought Izuku. The first filter, said Todoroki, running and activating her ice quirk, freezing everyone. I'm all frozen. I can't move. So cold. Mummy man. Are you ready for our live coverage and commentary? Yelled Present Mike. Not voluntary, said Aizawa. Too easy, Todoroki, said Kiri. I ain't letting you get ahead, that easy Canadian flag, said Bakugu. Close one, said Mina, melting the ice with her acid. Nope, not happening a second time, said Ojiro. As expected from our class, but there are more made it past it than I thought would, said Todoroki. Good thinking, staying 2 steps behind Todoroki. Now it's my turn. How about a taste of my killer dash, said Mineta, but was hit by a robot hand and went flying. Multiple targets acquired, said the robot. The faux villain from the entrance exam, said Ochako. Every obstacle course needs obstacles. Starting with the first barrier, Robo Inferno, said Present Mike, and giant 0-pointers blocked the way. It's the 0-pointers from the entrance exam. Seriously? The hero course fought those? To many they're no way to pass. So these are the faux villain, said Tadu. Where did they found the money for these? Said Momo. Those are quite troublesome, but not enough for me, said Tadu, freezing some of them. She stopped them, we can get through that gap. Bad idea. I froze them in pretty unstable positions so they'd fall. 1A's Todoroki, bursting through and sabotaging the others in one move. This girl's cold. Amazing. She is way ahead of the pack. Almost feels unfair, yelled Present Mike. Hey, there is a kid under there. They gotta be dead. I didn't know we could be killed during this thing. Bang bang dead? As if that be yesterday, Todoroki. Timing their fall like this. I'd be dead if I wasn't me, said Kiri. Class 1A's only full of J-arcs. I'd be dead if I wasn't me, said Tetsu. The dude from class B, you copycat, said Kiri. I can't let her get ahead, said Katsumi, and used her explosion to fly over the robots. Down low didn't work for 1A's Bakugu, so she took the high road. Clever, yelled Present Mike. With your personality, I was sure you'd burst your way through, but you avoided a fight, said Zero, and did the same thing as Katsumi. Allow me to follow your wake, said Tokoyami, and did the same. The current leaders of the pack are overwhelmingly from Class 1A, said Present Mike. But Class B and the others aren't bad. It's just Class 1A knows there is no way to hesitate. They have been exposed to the outside world, up close and personal. They've had that fear planted in them and they have endured it, overcome it. Each has grown from that experience and forgotten how to hesitate, said Aizawa. Boom, itch. Piece of cake, said Momo, standing next to a cannon. A path opened up. Wow, she beat that 0-pointer so easily. So the first barrier was a piece of cake. What about the second? Fall and you're out. You gotta crawl across if you want to make it. This is the fall, yelled Present Mike. Just a giant thigh rope. Here we go. My chance to make a splash, said Tsuyu. Time for my support items to get the spotlight. Take a look, all of you national support companies. At the wire arrow and hover sols, said Mei. She is in the support course, said Ochako. Wait, is she allowed to wear those things? Asked Mina. Yes, as long as they are the costumes and items we developed ourselves. For the support course students, this is the greatest opportunity to show off our inventiveness and craftsmanship to the industry. Ha ha ha, said Mei and activated her item. Check out my babies. Wow, let's chase her down, said Ochako. So annoying, how is that fair, said Mina. The truth is, we've got all types trying to make it big here today. Eraserhead, said Present Mike. Why'd those idiots stop moving, said Aizawa. Meanwhile, the leaders of the pack move on undaunted, yelled Present Mike. Not so fast, said Katsumi right behind Todoroki. She's all fired up now, must be a slow starter, thought to do. It's very likely my brother is also watching. I mustn't show him an unsightly performance, said Ida in the third place. The kid in the lead just can't be stopped. Her quirk is awesome, but it's not just that. She's also incredibly athletic and perceptive, said Spectator 1. You got that tight. You know the flame hero, Endeavor? That's his daughter, said Spectator. Ah, it makes sense. Kid's got the blood of the number 2 hero out there, after All Might. The pros will be scrambling to get her as their sidekick. The leads keep breaking ahead, while the rest of the pack is bunched up. Our racers don't know how many will get to move on. So all they can do is aim for the first place. And our leader has reached the final barrier. That is to say, this minefield. It's a deadly Afghan carpet. A quick glance enough to reveal the mine's location. So keep both eyes open and watch your step. I should mention our mines don't pack a deadly punch, but they're loud and flashy enough that you might need a chance of underwear when it's all over, said Present Mike. Depending on the individual, of course, said Aizawa. I get it, this puts whoever's leading at a disadvantage, thought Todoroki. It's all a big show. Haha, this CRP can't slow me down, said Katsumi using her explosion. We have a new leader. Get excited, mass media. You guys love this sort of turnaround. But the rest are catching up. With these two grappling for first, can they hold on their lead? Bakugu is now far ahead. Teach, this path will end up helping the others, but I have no time to worry about them. I need to catch up Bakugu, said Todoroki surfing on her ice. Anin Todoroki is taking the lead, again. And Ida is close to them. Now we have 3 who fight for the first place, 2 will be Fissert. There are only a few meters left, said Present Mike. The one who made it back to the stadium first 3 is no other than Todoroki. The second is Bakugu and the third is Ha? Ha thought the entire stadium. YA, chapter 12 is done. Okay, it took long and is kinda boring, sorry. Like I said, I have no inspiration, but I think the next one will be way better. Words, 2060. Chapter 13. All Might Muscle Form. All Might True Form. Izuku. Thinking. Telepathy between Greed and Izuku. Third person's POV. Am I me Midoriya? Since when did he catch up on a, yelled Present Mike. That unusual, Midoriya is mostly the one who takes the most attention, said Aizawa. So it's finally over, the top 40 from this qualifying round will move on, but for those who placed lower, don't worry, we've got another way for you to show your stuff. And now the main selection really begins. The press corps going to be jumping out of their seats, so give all you have got. Now on to the second event. I already know what it is, of course, dying in the suspense. Next up is Paintball Battle, said Midnight. Huh, paintball? Why? How can we prove ourselves with paintball? Said Kaminari. I don't know, said Mineta. I think it is to see if we can fight without our quirks. There are for sure some villains who have the same quirk as Aizawa-sensei. Don't everything plays around quirks, said Izuku. Logic, said Tokoyami. So let me explain the rules. Participant will form on their own 6 teams of 3 members and 1 team of 2 members. Each group has 3 guns and 2 support items. Each participant will have 3 targets. Place them wherever you want as long as they are exposed. The targets are rigged to light up for 10 seconds when it's shot by a paintball. For each shot you will lose 100 points. When all 3 of the targets are hit within the 10 seconds from the same team, you will gain all the points of the enemy team. Each of you has been assigned a point value based on your ranking in the last event. Your individual point values start at 5. At the bottom. So the student who took the 40th place is worth 5 points, the 39th 10 points. That you get it, but our first participant is worth 10 million points, said Midnight. Everyone started to look at Shoko, making a DM pressure on her. Each participant will get a bracelet. The bracelet will show the amount of points you have. The match will last 1 hour and it's split in 2 parts, each 30 minutes. You have got 15 minutes to choose your teams and gun. Now start, said Midnight. There were immediately a lot of persons who ran toward Izuku. Deku-kun, team up with me, said Ochako. Me too, said Mina. Hey bro, you won't let your buddy down, right? Team up with me, said Kiri. I'm sorry guys, but I already know with who I want to team up, said Izuku and walked to Shoko. Yo Todoroki, wanna team up with me? Said Izuku. Midoriya, are you sure? You will probably lose because of me, and there are a lot other who want to team up with you. Don't worry that I have a plan and it work the best with you. Okay, I will team up with you. Now we only need another person. No need. Midnight said there is one team with 2 members, another member will only brother us. Okay, now we should go and choose our guns. Aizu and Shoko went to Snipe, the hero, in attempt to prevent other participant to know about their weapons. So what are you going to choose? I think I will take a sniper rifle. Wouldn't that take too long to set up? Not if you only add the barrel when you need it. They are called sniper rifle for a reason. Todoroki, do you know what weapon you take? No, I don't know. Take this one. What is this one? It's a support gun that it's called Rainmetal MG3. Izuku then picked a revolver because it would be a good short-range sidearm. Then spinned its cylinder, hearing it click satisfyingly, and then turned to Snipe, who was manning the gun booth. We picked these 3. Snipe whistled under his mask. The big iron? Nice choice, partner. He leaned in a bit. But I don't reckon you can grab 3. It's 3 guns per team, said Izuku. Always bending the rules, ain't ya? Snipe shook his head, pulling out a couple of magazines for the sniper and a speed loader for the revolver with additional pellets in a small canister, along with a hip holster for the revolver. What support items are you taking? I will take the binoculars and the walkie-talkies. Are you all right with this, Todoroki? I don't mind. You have way more experience than me, that I trust you. Okay, so it will be this one's. Okay, good. Now you must go to the entrance speed. At every group has a different entrance so that they won't be immediately shoot. The event will start in 2 minutes. Okay, thanks, said Izuku and Shoko, and went to the gate beat, and for the other 2 minutes Izuku explained Shoko his plan. Are you sure? This is a huge risk, said Shoko. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, I will follow the plan, since I don't have a better one, but this is Absadash, said Shoko, but was interrupted by Midnight. So everyone, are you ready? The event will start in 3.2.1. Start, said Midnight, and everyone ran in the field. It was a huge field that looked like a jungle. How could they change the entire stadium in a jungle in only 15 minutes, said Kirishima. I don't know, said Mina. I'm already lost, said Kaminari. Izuku's POV. We went inside, and in a few minutes there were already a team before us. They started to shoot at us, but we didn't move. Ugh, I don't like this, said Todoroki. I know, but it is better like this. So the team has touched all our targets and got all our point. That I could tell they were so happy about it, and they ran away. What an unexpected moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Midoriya and Todoroki aren't in first place anymore. Monoma's team took all their points in the first minute. They couldn't even move, yelled Present Mike. No, I think they didn't move on purpose. I think they have a plan. What? Why would they let all their points get taken away? That they need to have one of the highest score to pass this event. What do you think, Snipe? In a real battlefield, could this be fatal? But since it isn't, they could have done this. It's pretty clever what they have done. Midoriya team. See, even Snipe said it's clever. So now the next step. You know it, right? Yeah, said Todoroki. We started to search for a little tower where we could hide us. Midoriya, I found one. Where? 104 degrees from here. Izuku turned around and saw the little tower. Good job, this one is perfect, said I, and we ran to it. It was really perfect, you could see the entire field from here. Todoroki, can you give me the binoculars and take one of the walkie-talkies? Todoroki nodded and did what I wanted. Shoko. Call me Shoko. Then call me Izuku. I started to look around to find the other student, and memories every informations I have from them. The most of them have rifles. Bakugo seems to have a bazooka. This was a really bad choice. Bazooka have a destruction attack, yes, but they are quite heavy. Achiko has a rifle and Tsuyu has a revolver. They seem to be in a team. Then I went to next team. Kirishima, Kaminari and Mina. Kirishima and Kaminari have a rifle, Mina as a pistol. Then I looked all the other teams, but was interrupted by midnight. Now the first part has finished, you have 30 minutes left. What already? Said Shoko. Good. And what is good that we only have 30 minutes left and we have 0 points? I wasn't talking about that. Look, most of the teams are already tired. We should move now. I have all the informations I need. Shoko nodded. The places haven't changed. At Monoma's team is still fifth place. Next is Shinso's, then Bakugo's, and then is Kirishima's, yelled Present Mike. Midoriya, what are you doing? Didn't you say we should go? Yeah, with this I meant to start with hunting. I have a sniper gun. They are meant to take down people at each shot. Oh. Watch my back please, said I, and Shoko nodded. Hey Greed, could you warn me if you see some participant that escaped my and Shoko's view? Yes, no problem, but don't blame me if you are too late to react. This won't happen. That we have Kensoku, but since I'm occupied with shooting, I leave it to you. Thanks. I let my ki flow trough my entire body and concentrated about my surrounding. My training with all might was intense but effective. The diameter of my view increased a lot. I fixed my gun and I laid down. I already saw all the targets that I wanted. I liked my finger and put it in the air to check the wind direction. Once I confirmed the distance, I placed the gun in the right direction and shoot 3 times. Each of them hit the 3 targets of a participant. At MY and Shoko's bracelet showed 1478 points. It was quite a lot. How did you get so many points in such a short time? Experience. Yeah, but still. So it went for the next 10 minutes. Now we had 12,890 points and were in 3 RD placed. I wanted to place my gun on the right place, but I was interrupted by Greed. Oi Kaso, there is a person at 270 degrees. The person entered the room, wanted to shoot, but before he do anything, shoot I 3 ball in his direction without taking my attention from the sniper rifle. The 3 ball hit the 3 targets and all their points went to us. What was that? Said Shoko and turned around to face me. She saw me holding my revolver toward Kaminari, but still concentrating on my other gun. Said I as I finally broke my attention toward the other gun. Shoko, quick, we need to escape, said I, took my sniper rifle and grabbed Shoko's hand to escape. I quickly looked at my bracelet and it shoved 22,452 points. And now we have a changement. Midoriya's team is now on 2nd place, yelled Mike. I let go of Shoko's hand and guessed that Kaminari's time is out. He then shoot as us with his rifle and touched one of Shoko's targets. I dodged 5 of them. Another one flew in direction of Shoko, but she created an ice wall before it could hit her. I took her bride style and jumped away. We landed good 30 meters further and I let her go. Tisage, they took us 100 points, and we don't have our tower anymore. Guess we need to move now. You have 10 minutes left, said Midnight. We ran a little to find some other persons, and guess who we found? It was Monoma's team. They noticed us and shoot at us. I dodged by doing a backflip. I took my revolver and shoot a ball, but they dodged it. Shoko came and shoot and she hit 2 of Monoma's targets. I tried to hit the 3-1 but it hit an ice wall instead. What, I didn't use my quirk? You didn't. It was me, and I can copy all quirk as long as I touch the user, said Monoma. Tisage, copycat. How, what did you say? You class 1A always think you are the best, yelled Monoma and shoot everywhere. Bingo, he lost his concentration. Thought I and wanted to shoot him but I didn't have munitions anymore. Time is almost up, let's count down. Hey everybody say point 10.9.8.7. Cozy Eye shoot at me but I dodged and accidentally threw the loader in the air. 6.5.4. An opening, said Cozy Eye. 3. I don't think so, said I and quickly let the empty loader of my rifle fall in. That I then turned the revolver so that the surface of the gun at the ground points. The loader in the air fell straight in the gun and I hit the bottom of the gun on my arm to lock loader. Then I shoot 3 ball at Cozy Eye, that hit his targets. Wow, in the last 10 seconds changed the scores. Dramatically. Only 2 seconds left. We need to get the points back, yelled Monoma. Too late. Time's up. Let's see who the top 6 teams are right now. I end 6th place Team Tokoyami. I end 5th Team Ida. I end 4th Team Kairashaya. I end 3rd Team Shinzo. I end 2nd Team Bakugu and in 1st place Team Midoriya, said Midnight. You see, my plan worked. Okay. Yabo, I guess who's back. Lazy author-chan. I am late again. Sorry. And sorry if I do mistakes about guns. I don't know anything about them. I needed to do research on internet but I couldn't find something useful. I have an important question, please answer them. What should be Izuku's hero name? I don't think I will take the canon name. Put a name in the comments and then I will organize votes. Oh, thank you for your participation. And God, already 16k and almost 400 votes. I can't believe it. Thanks guys. You are the best. And sorry for the bad English in this chapter. I went to the doctor and got 2 injections. I also wrote 2/3 of the story today. Words, 2182. Chapter 14. All Might Muscle Form. All Might True Form. Izuku. Thinking. Telepathy between Greed and Izuku. We'll proceed to the afternoon portion after a 1-hour lunch break. See you then. Hey. Want to grab some food, said Present Mike. I'm taking a nap, said Aizawa. Hey Aizu, that was awesome. In only 10 minutes you and Tadu-chan raised to the top, said Mina. It was only because of Izuku's plan, said Shoko. Ah, come on, anyone could come up with this plan. What was your plan? Said Kiri. Yeah, said Kaminari. My plan was to let go of our points so that we can observe the other participant without getting disturbed. Oh, so if you had still 10 million points there would be a lot of people who would run after you. So you would have no time to look for other people? Said Kaminari. Wow, it is the first time I heard you say something intelligent, said Kiri. Yeah, Kaminari is right. But I also doubt that we could protect our points for an hour. Now shouldn't we grab something to eat before the dining hall will be packed? Said Izuku. Yeah, yelled everyone simultaneous. Some minutes after lunch. Hey Kaminari, did you see all those cheerleaders? Whispered Mineta. Yeah, but why did you whispered Kaminari and smiled. What if we say to the other girls that Aizawa asked them to dress like them? Whispered Mineta. We could take this opportunity to peek, yelled Mineta. Oh, this is a little dash, said Kaminari. Don't think I will let you, said Izuku, cracked his fists and took Mineta by his head. You are really a piece of thrash. Here there is where you belong, said Izuku, throwed him straight in a trash can and closed it with Ciro's tape. Don't ask me where Ciro's tape comes from. Thanks, said all the girls coming out of nowhere. Time skip lunch break over. Between the 16 members of the 6 winning teams will have a formal tournament. A series of one-on-one battles, yelled Present Mike. A tournament? Haratsu will be up in that ring I see on TV every year, said Kiri joyful. Wasn't it a tournament last year too? Asked Mina. The format's always different, but most years involve some kind of head-to-head competition, explained Ciro. The matchups will be decided by drawing lots. Once that's settled, we'll move on to the festivities and then the tournament itself. It's up to each of you 16 finalists whether or not you participate in the fun. I expect some of you would rather take a breather and save your strength, and here are the matchups. Midoriya Izuku vs Uraraka Ochako. Ida Tenya vs Hatsume. Shizaki vs Kaminari Denki. Todoroki Shoko vs Ciro Hanta. Ashido Mina vs Aoyama Yuga. Tokoyami Fumikage vs Yayoro Zamomo. Tetsu vs Kirishima Ijiro. Shinso Hitoshi vs Bakugu Katsumi. No, my first battle is against Deku. That he is the worst opponent I could have, cried Ochako. You know you can still give up, said Ciro. No, I'm here to show what I have that I won't give up. Deku-kun, I won't let you beat me in seconds. I will show that I am not weak. Did I once said that you are weak? You enough. You are strong and I won't let anyone say the opposite, said Izuku, and Ochako started to cry a waterfall. Did I say something wrong? No, Sniff, I'm only happy to know that the number one in our class thinks I am strong. She's right, anyone would be happy to know that the number one thinks they are strong, said Kiri. Come on, I'm not that strong to be the number one, said Izuku, and turned around only to see all the others of his class looking him with a "Are you serious?" look. What? Arg, nothing, said they all simultaneous. Hey guys, are you ready? You have been trough hell to get here. But now it's time for the one-on-one tournament. You've only got yourself to rely on. Even if you're not a hero, this saying holds true. You know it. Spirit, technique, strength, wisdom, and knowledge. Use them all and show you as your best, yelled Present Mike. The first match. The person was always in the top 3 without even showing you as his quirk. Midoriyadeku from the hero course. Ugh, Mike-sensei, why? You know that I don't have a quirk. Versus the excellent Uraraka Ochako, also from the hero course. Wow, this will be a wild battle. The rules are simple. Win by knocking your opponent out of the ring, immobilizing them, or getting them say I give up. Bring the pain. We have got our good old recovery girl on standby. And fight dirty if you must. Ethics have no meaning here. Well, of course, going for the kill is a... You'll be disqualified, because a true hero's fists fly only when in pursuit of villains. If someone does, Cementos will stop them. Ready? Start, said Present Mike. As soon as Present Mike gave to start, Izuku let greed on the ground. Uraraka ran toward Izuku. She tried to touch him but he dodged. This repeated for quite some times. Oi Ochako, this isn't really what I have taught you. Yo, we'll see. Somehow Uraraka managed to grab Izuku's arm and she threw him over her shoulder, but Izuku did a flip to land on his feet and punched Uraraka hard in the stomach, sending her flying and destroying the ground. Smoke was now everywhere. So this is what you wanted to do. Uraraka threw herself in the smoke and tried to attack Izuku. She found him and one hand packed his arm and the other one his neck. She then pulled his arm and his neck toward the ground, but Izuku took her by her arm and flipped her over his arm and slammed her hard on the ground, destroying the ground again. Ochako coughed some blood and whipped the rest of blood on her lips. The moves are good but it's useless against someone who knows martial arts, said Izuku. She then tried to touch Izuku to make him float, but Izuku noticed it and let her go. He then picked up Greet, leaving an opening to Ochako, and she touched him. I win. Are you sure? Said Izuku. How are you not floating away? You maximum is 3 tons, right? Yeah, but you don't weight 3 tons. I could lift you before, said Ochako, and Izuku pointed at Greed. It's way heavier, responded he. Give up, I don't want to hurt you. You can't win against me. Are you sure? Said Ochako and pointed to the air. A lot piece of rocks floated in the air. I knew it, said he, and Uraraka released the rocks. Greed. Asuya. Greed then turned into a giant pistol, don't know how it's called. Izuku concentrated his ki into the gun and pointed it at the sky. He touched the trigger and a giant laser of ki came out, destroying all the rocks. Ochako flew out of the ring. My win, said he. What happened? Everything went in an instant. Ochako flew out of the ring. It's 1A Midoriyadeku who whiness without any injury. That's expected of the hero course. Such a good fight. Now 5 minutes wait till the next fight, yelled Present Mike. Time skip. The wait is over. Moving on. There they are. Idatenya from the hero course versus Hatsum May of the support course. Start. Wait, are those support items? Aren't those forbidden for the hero course students? You have to put in a special request for those things beforehand, said Midnight. Oh, I forgot. I didn't think it'd be a problem, seeing as how Aoyama wears that belt of his, said May. Right, he applied for an exception. I'm terribly sorry then, except I was touched by my opponent's sense of sportsmanship. She gave me these items to use. Her earnest spirit, I could never look down on it. That was my thinking, said Ida. If both parties are fine with it, I think we can allow this, right? Said Aizawa. And for the second time start. Ida ran toward May. What an incredible speed, Ida, said May. A microphone. Your legs feel even lighter than usual, do they not? That's what you can expect with my custom leg parts, which keep up with their user's speed. But dodging is no problem for me with my hydraulic attachment bars, yelled May as she dodged Ida. Now where did they seat the support company? Yeah, they are eating up. What a deft maneuvering, Ida. My auto balancer makes those sorts of movements possible. What's she doing, thought Ida. What the, said Mike. She's a born saleswoman, said Aizawa. Their game of tag, complete with a play-by-play sales pitch, went on for another 10 minutes. But finally, phew, I believe they've seen it all now. There is nothing left to show, said May and walked out of the ring. Hatsum is out of the ring. Ida moves on to the second round, said Midnight. You deceived me. Sorry for using you like that. I really dislike you, said Ida. Time skip. Now it's on Kaminari Denki from the Class 1A and Shizuki from Class 1B. Ready. Start. Wanna grab something to eat when we're done here? I'll be happy to console you if you want, because this match will probably be over in an instant, said Kaminari. But it's already over. Yay, said Kaminari, immobilized by Shizuki's hair. It gifts her hair. In case you didn't hear me, it's already over. Wait. He short-circuited after one attack, said Aizawa. Now to the second match. Todoroki Shoko, who was always first, and Shiro Hanta. I don't really feel much like winning, but I don't feel like losing either, said Shiro and threw his tape at Shoko, his tape wrapped around her, and tried to pull her out of the ring. He's trying to push her out with a surprise attack. It's probably the best strategy for him. Shiro's giving it his all, said Mike. Sorry about this, said Shoko and froze half of the stadium. That's overkill. No, said Shiro. Shiro, can you move? Said Midnight, half frozen. You're kidding, right? Ow, ow, ow. Shiro is immobilized. Good try, said the entire stadium. Sorry I overdid it, I was just annoyed, said Shoko. Infirmary. Yo Ochako, are you alright? Deku-kun, why are you here? Shouldn't you watch the other matches? The other two matches already ended. They were really short. Ashido managed to damage Aoyama's belt. He panicked, and she knocked him out with an uppercut to the chin. Then Yokoyami won his match in a flash. He didn't give Momo time to use the objects she created. He's one of the strongest guys here in a one-on-one, said Ochako. Meanwhile, and it's still not over. Who will win? Kirishima Ijiro or Tetsu? His name is actually Iron. I give him the prize of the best name 2019. Who approves? And the fight went for other 20 minutes till the two collapsed at the same time. It's a mirror quirk matchup. Tetsu versus Kirishima. Just a straight-up beat-down with these two. Both are down. Wait, Kirishima seems to get up, so the winner is Kirishima, said Midnight. A little time skip. For the last matchup of the first round, a celebrity since her middle school days, it's Katsumi Bakugo versus the mysterious Hitoshi Shinso. Now start. I wish you good luck, said Shinzo. No answer. Why aren't you answering? Still no answer. So you know about my quirk HUD. I'm jealous. Thanks to my quirk's nature, I couldn't enter the golden gates. You wouldn't get that. You're naturally blessed. You people are born with your awesome quirks. Getting to follow all your dreams. Shut the F up. Ha, you responded. It's my win. Now walk out of the ring. Katsumi didn't move. I said walk out of the ring. Instead, Katsumi walked to him. Don't come near me. I said walk out of the ring. Katsumi came nearer and grabbed Shinso by the collar and yelled. Do you think you are the only one who suffers? There are people out there who suffer way more than you. Do you think you can accomplish everything with quirks? As long as you have a good quirk, you can do whatever you want. Are you an idiot? That there are people who work hard to accomplish their dreams. So if you want to be hero, don't blame your quirk or other people. Start working. Not even a guy with a shitty quirk could do something great. You are not different. She then punched him in the face and pushed him out of the ring. Wow, that was a speech, said Mike, surprised. I didn't know she could do motivation speeches, said Aizawa, as surprised as Mike. Babakugo wins, said Midnight. If you want to talk about this, go to Deck Midoriya. He knows your situation better than anyone else. Yeah, said he, still under shock. The first round is now over and we'll move to the second after a quick break, said Present Mike. Yeah guys, I have something to tell. I have a new best friend, his name is... I know you won't really like him, but I grew affection toward him and I really appreciate him. And Izuku didn't use his ki against Ochako, only the time with the gun, and he didn't suffer because he already discovered it at All Might training. Beside this is the pistol Izuku used against Ochako that I didn't finish it, but it should be alright that I got the inspiration on internet and modified some things, it's my art. And I got only one answer about my question in chapter 13, so thanks for your participation at Dragon Flameroni. This image does not follow our content guidelines. To continue publishing, please remove it or upload a different image. And I got only one answer about my question in chapter 13, so thanks for your participation at Dragon Flameroni. If you don't want me to put your name here, write me and I will immediately remove it. I really liked your names, especially the first one, ASO it was. 1. The Dark Swordsman, Kazuo, meaning Man of Peace. 2. Kage, meaning Shadow. At Dragon Flameroni, I really don't want to be that person, but Kage is actually written with 1A. I think there are not enough names, so please write anything down. It could be a hero name in English, French, Latin, Japanese. Whatever. Sorry if I miss someone who also proposed something. So thanks. And happy birthday to my son, even if I'm late. But I didn't want to make an A/ and only to say happy birthday to him. Words, 24-23. Chapter 15. The All Might Muscle Form. The All Might True Form. The Izuku. The Thinking. Telepathy between Greed and Izuku. The break is over now. To the next battle. Midoriya versus Ida. New AO start. Ida ran toward Izuku and gave him a kick, but Izuku dodged. Ida gave him another kick, but Iza dodged again. I need to go full speed against you, huh? Said Ida. He then accelerated radically and ran around Izuku at full speed. He then kicked Izuku only to see him grabbing his foot and throwing him out of the ring at full force. Ida hit the wall heavily and left a crater. What, it's already over. Midoriya wins, said Midnight. Infirmary. Deku, nice battle out there. Ida was really fast. How could you follow him? Said Ochako. I don't know, instinct? We never know with you, said Ochako, and Izuku laughed nervously. Hey now, to next battle Shiozaki versus Todoroki, yelled Present Mike. Oh, I'm going, I need to see this battle, said Izuku. Yeah, your next opponent is one of them. Oh, good luck for your next matchup. That I will be cheering for you. Yeah, good luck. I yelled Ochako and Izuku. You scared me there, said Oka. I didn't saw you there, and sorry I was a little rough. Don't worry, you need to show your strength. Now go, the match has already started, said Ida. Hi, yes, said Izuku and ran to his seat, but the battle already ended. Shiozaki was completely frozen and couldn't move. She still don't use her fire. Now to the next battle is Ishido versus Tokoyami, start. After some time Tokoyami won. Sorry, too lazy to write the battle. Next up is the last matchup, Kirishima versus Bakugo. Ready, start. Katsumi hit Kirishima with her explosions, but Kirishima's skin hardened. Her explosions were useless against him, but after some time Katsumi hit him and managed to damage him. Did he feel that hit? Yelled Mike. You always going on about how freaking hard your demon body is, but it looks like with enough rapid attacks you start falling to pieces, said Katsumi and gave him a rifle of attacks, and Kirishima went unconscious. And it's Bakugo's WN, yelled Mike. Yeah, now we come to the interesting things, Midoriya versus Todoroki. Good luck, said Izuku. Yeah, you too. I expected something like. I don't need luck. I changed, okay, said Todoroki, embarrassed. Yet it looks like it. If you didn't you wouldn't blush. Start, said Mike, and Todoroki immediately froze half of the state. Sorry, but I can't lose. It's my win. And it's Todoroki's white bang. Bang bang. Oi, I can still move, said Izuku and destroyed the last layer of ice. What power! Midoriya won't let someone beat him down, yelled Mike. The matchup continue, said Midnight. Tisi, said Todoroki and used her ice quirk again, but it was useless. Izuku destroyed them all. You still not using your fire, huh? I do what I want, said she and put her hand on the ground. She then created a giant bear made of ice. And Izuku, thanks for your help back then. The bear started to move, ran toward Izuku and wanted to attack him, but he dodged. Aizu then jumped and punched the bear on the top of its head. Demon, it's pretty robust. Teach, my hand hurt. The bear then slapped him, but Izuku put his arms beside his head to protect himself. He slid a little bit but could stop the bear's hand. He then used his full power, punched it, and it broke. Shoko then created an ice bazooka and shoot at him. Izuku dodged and appeared behind Shoko. He hit her in her stomach. She flew a meter away and coughed blood. He then appeared behind her and hit her on her back. Oi, don't underestimate me. Go at full power. Punch me as hard as you can. Me being a girl isn't an excuse. I do the same as you. What do you mean? You won't use your fire, so I won't use my full force. You are also underestimating me. I won't use it. Then me neither. You are different that I won't use his power. How many times do I have to tell it to you that it's yours, your power, not his? You can be what you want. You don't need to follow his path to be what you want to be. Shoko's eyes widened and she let out some flames. I want to be a hero too, said she and throw her flames at Izuku. That was clever, kid. I just thought that it was a mistake. I'm done for. Don't worry. 30%, is it okay for you? Take it. All right. Izuku grabbed Greed and the dragon on Izuku's chest started moving down his arm and connected to Greed. I bet you forgot about it. That he felt an awful pain and started sweating. I'm still impressed that you aren't screaming. How? Never show a weakness in front of the enemy. So you force yourself. It's still impressive that it's all right, it's over. Now start for the transformation. Asuya. But before Izuku could react, Shoko's flame hit him and spread a little everywhere. The heat could be felt by all the spectators, but suddenly all the spread flames were assembled to one single place and disappeared. It was like someone returned the time. The entire smoke cleared and there stood Izuku with a giant sword before him and without burning marks. Loaded, said something. Yes, everyone heard Greed this time. Shoko, I will return your flames, said Aizu, swing his sword and a slash of fire escaped from it. Cementos, yelled Midnight. I know. Cementos activated his quirk and built some thick walls to protect Shoko, but it wasn't enough. The slash cut all the walls, but always weakened a little bit. One wall was a deep cut and Shoko with a diagonal slash won her stomach and chest. Oh shit. Midoriya wins, whispered Midnight. Midoriya whines, yelled Midnight. After this, Izuku immediately ran toward Shoko. Hey Shoko, are you alright? No answer. Huff, I went overboard. Panicked, he lifted Shoko up and carried her bride style that he then ran to the infirmary. Infirmary? Recovery girl. What is it? You always beat your opponent up. Restrain yourself. She is pretty beaten up. She needs an operation. I'm sorry. Now the next matchup, Tokoyami versus Bakugo, yelled Mike. Don't worry, she will be alright. Go watch the match. Your next opponent is one of them. Yeah. Izuku then made his way to his seat and arrived as the match was ongoing. That's so freaking annoying, yelled Katsumi and let an explosion on Dark Shadow's head. It seemed like Dark Shadow couldn't stand her explosions. What bloodlust, said Tokoyami. It's Bakugo versus Tokoyami and Bakugo is unstoppable. Tokoyami came this far with a series of wins thanks to his near-invincible quirk, but now he's totally on the defensive. He can't even get close, yelled Mike. Come on Tokoyami, your attacks against us were crazy strong. Are we missing something? Said the off-panel losers to Tokoyami. Club aka Mina and Momo. The light from those explosions is keeping him at bay. It's a bad matchup for him, said Ochako. He could still turn this around if Kaken doesn't figure out his secret weakness, said Izuku. I underestimated her. There's no time to recharge Dark Shadow's power, but if he runs out, it's all over. Trying to tire me out. She's more clever than I gave her credit for, thought Tokoyami as Katsumi jumped in the air and wanted to hit Tokoyami with her explosion, but he defended himself with Dark Shadow. Grab her, Dark Shadow, said Tokoyami immediately later, but Katsumi dodged and flew over Tokoyami. She prepared to attack Tokoyami on the back, but Dark Shadow protected his back. Stun grenade, yelled she and let out a big and bright explosion. Always with those dust clouds. What happened down there? Said Mike. So you knew somehow, said Tokoyami. It was obvious after enough hits. Well, bad matchup for you, what a pity. Checkmate, said she smiling, held Tokoyami with one hand on the ground and the other an explosion. I give. Tokoyami has surrendered. Bakugu wins, yelled Midnight. Looks like our final match is set. Midoriya versus Bakugu, yelled Mike. Poor Tokoyami, said Ochako. I was sure Tokoyami would pull it off, said Zero. Guess he's not invincible after all, said Kaminari. Weakness to light, huh? I see that well, that guy sure loves exploiting stuff like that, whispered Kiri. Guys, I will go now. Good luck, Izuku. Midoriya versus Bakugu. Today is really Class A's day to DMN. So it's these two that how's this gonna go? Wondered Ochako. Observe and learn now, and we'll get them back later, answered Ida. Right. BZZZZZZ. Whoa, what was that? Why are you vibrating? My phone. Oh, your phone. Mother. Hello, I lost. Mothered, I apologize if I've disappointed you. This isn't about that, Tenya. Stay calm and listen to me that it's Tensei that you brother that a villain got him. Words, 1489. Ha guys that I finished earlier than planned. Here is the sword.my art again. This will be a description, it's kinda useless. This image does not follow our content guidelines. To continue publishing, please remove it or upload a different image. This will be a description, it's kinda useless. So if you don't want to read skip. So the white place is actually transparent white. The sword can absorb any liquid and gas and can change colors. For example, fire. If it absorbs fire, the white places change into transparent red, water transparent blue, wind transparent green, and the grip is the middle of the circle. Voila. Chapter 16. All Might Muscle Form. All Might True Form. Izuku. Thinking. Telepathy between Greed and Izuku. Here it comes, the final. Midoriya versus Bakugu. Mikilled. I never thought that weak Deku would come so far, said Katsumi. It's normal. Anyone would think that I'm weak if I hide my true strength. You may be strong, but you cannot defeat me. And we will see. Match started. Katsumi dashed toward Izuku. She used her explosions, but Izuku dodged. She jumped. Aizu followed her with his eyes, but she suddenly disappeared. Izuku looked down only to see Katsumi's hand 3 centimeters from his head. She's fast. She let out an explosion on Izuku's face. Did I got him? She jumped back and waited till the smoke cleared, but she didn't have to, because Izuku ran out of it with a little burn on his cheek. These don't let him think. She attacked him and Izuku jumped back. She then rolled while using her quirk to give a boost on her speed that looked like an explosive rolling rock. She then prepared to attack. She can cover this distance by the time I land. This is bad. Knock her hand away. Izuku wanted to give a kick but no one was in sight. He then looked back and saw Katsumi. A feint that she used her explosions to get behind me. Katsumi then again attacked and punched him in the stomach that he flew some distance but stopped the speed with his hand on the ground. That was close, thought he and looked at the line. What's going on? I thought you were tougher than that. Come on, I'm only warming up, it's now that it really starts. Izuku ran toward her and Katsuki used her explosion to blind him. Stun grenade, yelled she and rushed toward him. Izuku dodged by doing a front flip he then ran toward her and kicked her. Katsumi quickly protected herself with her arms. The time he prepared to land, she used her explosion to appear behind him he quickly turned around to kick her again, but he was too slow. She let out an explosion and the two flew a few meters away. I guess I will go serious. Izuku closed his eyes and concentrated on his surroundings. Blue flames started to appear a little everywhere, but there was one close one. There is no time to close your eyes, yelled she and wanted to grab Aizu's arm, but he jumped and grabbed her arm instead. He then threw her out of the ring, but before she hit the ground she used her quirk and flew back to Izuku. It seems like I sweated enough, she said and turned around herself while using her quirk. She then turned always faster and created a tornado of explosions. Howitzer impact. You're ready. 40%. Are you kidding? I will only have 30% blood left. Well, this is what any other person would say, but not me. Why are you even asking? You already know my answer? Okada, understand. The explosion hit Izuku straight. What is that? Bakugo has showed us a massive firepower. What power? What happened to Midoriya, I wonder? We will know it after the smoke cleared, yelled Mike. The explosions cleared and there was Izuku standing with a shield that is as tall as him. Oi kid, this shield can only take 3 massive attacks. Don't use it on useless attacks, because weak attacks also count. Unbelievable. Midoriya is unharmed, not even a single burn, yelled Mike. Teeth, F-dashed, said Katsumi and attacked again. She created a lot of mini lasers of explosions. Armor-piercing shot, autocannon. Slow, said Izuku and dodged by only moving his head. My turn. Izuku ran toward Katsumi and punched her in the stomach, sending her flying. She redressed herself by using her explosions. She then ran toward him and prepared to punch him. That he noticed and wanted to kick her, but she used her explosions to get behind him. She then wanted to punch him, but he bent down. Katsumi fell over him. Aizu took advantage of it and punched her in the waist. She spit up some blood and landed brutally on the ground. F-dash. Your punches really aren't weak. That I really can't beat you without taking some risk. She then jumped in the air and attacked again. Howitzer impact, full power. A giant explosion heads straight toward Izuku. It's my win, said Katsumi. Are you sure about it? Said Aizu, jumped out of the explosion and punched Katsumi. She then flew to the ground and the ground trembled violently. Woya, what happened? That I can't see anything because of the smoke. Let's wait till the smoke cleared. The smoke cleared slowly until we could distinguish 2 figures and a giant and deep crater. There was Izuku on top of an unconscious Katsumi and a fist 5 centimeters from her face away. Huh, I didn't even touch her, thought he. That he then looked at his fist. Huh, what's that? What happened to my arm? That it looks like one of a dragon. Greed, did you do that? No, I don't know either, said Greed kinda shocked. Izuku then looked again at his arm only to see that it went to normal. Weird. Katsumi is out of bounds. So Midoriya is the winner. And that concludes our contest. The first-year winner of UA's sports festival is Midoriya Izuku of Class A, shouted Midnight. Now let's move on to the awards ceremony. In the 3rd place we have both Todoroki and Tokoyami, 2nd place Bakugo, and 1st Midoriya. Now for the medals. Presenting them this year is, you know who. I am here with the medals. He's everyone's hero, All Might. Congratulations Tokoyami, kid. You are a strong one, said All Might and gave him his medal. You honor me too highly. But relying on your quirk alone won't be enough to overcome a bad matchup. Hone your innate strength to open a world full of opportunity. Understood. Todoroki, kid. Congratulations, it seems like you accept to use your fire quirk. Yeah, but it's not like I can just forget and get over things, and there's still something I need to settle first. That's a new look that I see on your face, so say no more. Whatever you must settle, I'm sure you can do it. Bakugo, but I didn't expected you to be that calm. I expected you to be chained up and yell that you want a rematch. I've lost it, so I must accept it and learn about my mistakes. Are you Bakugo? That you must be a fake one. I'm the one and only Katsumi. Okay, it's really you. It's only you who can make that face. Anyways, you are right. I'm sure if you learn about your mistakes you can be one of the best heroes. Beside you personality. The last part was whispered. What did you say? Oh shit, panicked All Might and quickly went to Izuku. Midoriya, son, I mean kid, you did great in all the events as expected of you. Todoroki's inner self, I knew it. Well, these are the winners. But hold on, everyone. Everyone here today has the potential to be standing up here. As you all witnessed, competition, encouragement, pushing each other to climb higher and higher, the sprouts of today will grow into the heroes of tomorrow. In that spirit, let's have one final cheer. Everyone say it with me. 1, 2, and 3. Thanks for the hard work. Everyone else, plus ultra. How did we're supposed to say plus ultra All Might? Oh, right, it's just they really did work so hard and... Time skip, hospital. Brother! I'm sorry that I knew you looked up to me, but your big brother that I lost. Next day, Todoroki's household. Huh, the hospital, said Fuyumi, the oldest daughter. Why so sudden? I mean, you really go without telling father, Shoko. Yeah. Why now? Why go see her now, after all this time? Hospital. My very existence drove her away, that's why I never went to see her. But now even if she's not asking for it, I will save her. Mom. Meanwhile, Midoriya household. 7 times, isn't that something? Yeah. I have fainted 7 times since the second event. Izuku, I'm so proud of you. You become a strong man that if that continues, a lot of girls gonna claim for you and I will have grandchildren. No, I don't want to be grandma yet and I don't want my boy to leave the house. Mom. I'm 15. Yet I'm sorry, but you are such a handsome young man. Mom. Okay. 2 days later, train. Young man, you're Midoriya from the hero course, right? Said man 1. Huh? Said everyone other and turned to Midoriya's direction. Nice going at the sports festival. Your last punch was impressive, destroying the entire ring, said the same man. You're first place, right? Pretty cool, said man 2. You're taller than I imagined, said man 3. Can I have an autograph? My daughter is a fan of you since then. She only talks about you, said man 4. Oh, me too, said man 2. Oh, also one for me. You will be for sure a great hero in the future. I can't miss this opportunity, said a woman. Also for one me, said man 3. Hey, let him breathed up, but I also want one, said man 1. Sigh, okay. Warning, so this is the last chapter of this book that I will start a new book and it is the continuation of this book. It's called Deku, the Sword Hero, Book 2.